What is going on, Jets fans? Why am I even asking? I don't need to ask what's going on to you guys because I have a very good idea what's going on with you. I'm joined by Jack, I'm Richie, and we will be doing a Jets therapy session on here on the Jets Media Podcast because I don't know what else to say other than I'm pissed. I'm still angry, and we got a lot of things to get into. This season is a mess. This team is a disaster. The dysfunction is getting to me, and I'm a broken Jets fan, man. It's been a while. I don't think I've ever been broken in my 5 years of doing this on Jets Media, but now here I am, and I got my buddy Jack to help me out through this pain. I got all the live viewers, all the people in the chat, in the comments, supporting me, all supporting each other, more importantly, through this dark times. Because, Jack, man, talk about a dark time. We are in the midst of one of the most disappointing seasons of our lives as Jets fans. How are you, brother?
I am not doing well, man. I'm hanging on by a
why I
thread.
asked. Sorry.
I'm hanging on by a thread. It's okay, man. It's okay. I'm truly hanging on by a thread. I've been broken. You know that I'm a lot easier to break in terms of this team than you are. You're the ever optimist, man, and I'm not even kidding. To see you like this, to see you out of all people like this, it really does break my heart because we're at truly an all-time low. And I'll say this, and this, a lot of people could think this is a hot take. Yesterday's game was the worst regular season loss that I've ever seen as a Jets fan. And that's because of the circumstances, man. Obviously, everybody saw the Black Friday game last year. Obviously, we've been blown out by almost an unlimited amount of points before, but it's all about the circumstances, right? It's all about the talent that we have on this roster right now compared to pretty much every other season that I've ever seen as a Jets fan, and how we're still the same old Jets. We can have a Hall of Famer at quarterback. We can have a Hall of Famer at wide receiver 1. We can have a defense filled with talent. We can have an offense outside of those two players that I just listed, also filled with talent. We could have a GM that all of us wanted to believe in and wanted to like. We could have a head coach that all of us wanted to believe in and wanted to like in Robert Saleh. It does not matter, man. This team is a constant underachieving joke pile of crap, and I truly believe that this will go down as one of the biggest flops in sports history, not in Jets history, not in football history. In sports history, the 2024 New York Jets will go down as one of the biggest disappointments in the history
100%.
of pro sports. And that's just how it is, man. There's no sugarcoating it. This is the worst regular season loss that I have ever seen as a Jets fan. And I'm so tired. You and I were already talking about it before the stream started. I'm so tired of people saying, listen, young man, I've been a Jets fan for 50 years. I've seen a lot worse than that. Shut up. Go away. I don't care. I'm tired of hearing that crap. Did we have Aaron Rodgers at quarterback and Devontae Adams at wide receiver for the last 50 years? No. The circumstances are different. This is the best roster anyone has ever seen, regardless of age, in terms of the New York Jets. And we are failing. We are 2-6. And all day yesterday, I'm like, all right, it's going to be a shitty win, but it's going to be a win. And at least we can talk about a crappy win and then cross our fingers and pray that we can find a way to beat the Texans at home on Thursday night. Nope. We actually lost to the New England Patriots, and it's done, bro. And I can't hear
The kiss of death.
Yeah, and thankfully it's starting to come to an end now. For the last 3 weeks, I've been having to listen to Boomer Esiason on WFAN say, well, there's 11 games left, and now, well, there's 10 games left. Thank God today I don't have to hear, well, there's 9 games left. No, everybody knows it's done across the board. We'll get into the specifics of the game and the actual garbage that we had to watch yesterday, but we have a head coach who is completely in over his head, has no idea what he's doing. Aaron Rodgers forgot how to play football. I mean, we'll get into all of that, but what an absolute disgrace, joke, abysmal showing by the New York Jets. And not just yesterday, but throughout this entire season. What do these guys do at practice, bro? How do you burn 3 timeouts in the first quarter? I've never seen I've never seen a high school team do something like that. What are they doing at practice? What are they doing, bro? Aaron Rodgers can't get the snap off. He stinks. I don't care if he makes an occasional amazing throw from time to time. He is a reason why the Jets are losing. They can't snap the football on time, bro. What are we talking about?
There's a lot of issues. And first and foremost, just want to give a big shout out to BetUS because without them, We wouldn't be doing what we do here on Jets Media. So big shout out to BetUS for sponsoring the Jets Media podcast all season long. Make sure you guys go check them out. We'll get into the odds for Thursday night later on in the show because it just makes me I just don't get it. We're going to get into the odds later. But shout out to BetUS for powering the show, guys. Don't forget to check them out. Promo code YouTube150. Listen, man, the reality is this. I know people are going to bring up, oh, look, remember this loss in 2011? Remember the butt fumble? I don't care about the butt fumble as much as some people think. That was embarrassing. Oh, 2011, we got blown out 45-3. But, this is different, man. This is a completely different situation here because there was unbearable hype around our football team that I bought into, that Jack bought into. A little more hesitant, but you did.
Oh,
and
of course.
As you should, by the way. Every Jets fan bought into the hype. Non-Jets fans bought into the hype. Even people that are not even Jets fans, yo, I'm excited to see the Jets this year, bro. Aaron Rodgers, that's a fun team. The media, right? All bought in to this football team. And I thought going into this Patriots game, everyone was telling me, Richie, listen, why are you not excited? Hassan Reddick is back, man. He's going to make an impact. I don't care about Hassan Reddick returning. That makes no impact on my fandom, okay? And you guys have known that I've been waiting for Davante Adams to be a Jet for over a year and a half, and the fact that he was a Jet, I'm not even excited about because I know the reality of this team. When Davante Adams had to make the post-game speech last week, I knew, okay, that really woke me up a little bit about how much of an issue this team has because that came to light, in my opinion, of the actual issue. That we had to have a player like Davante Adams come in after being on the team for 5 days, and he was like, whoa, this team has an issue. And that just woke me up as a fan because there was nobody coming from the outside that can kind of bring to light what this big issue is. And that's just one of the issues. There's no sense of urgency. There's no accountability, whatever the issue is. And I think the word accountability, Jack, I feel like is getting thrown around a lot. And I feel like with the accountability I think this Jets team lacks is simple. And honestly, I know we talked about Saleh getting fired was blah, 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 but Saleh, I think, also developed his culture, which did not help this team, is when you make a mistake, it's kind of like, all right, you'll get him next time. Instead of, ripping him into him, that can't happen. And I feel like that developed a mindset because this team does not know how to win. We have players on this team, like the players we drafted, Garrett Wilson, Sauce Gardner, Breece Hall, Jermaine Johnson, even Quincy Williams, Quinnen Williams, for example. Our own draft picks, Jack, they don't know what it's like to win. So we have to rely on guys like Aaron Rodgers, Tyron Smith, veterans that we brought in free agency to bring a winning mindset because the players internally don't know how to win. There's a lack of leadership, and it starts with Woody Johnson. All right, there's so much to get into. So let's just do some quick hitters back and forth, Jack, of what the actual issue is. Because do we really need to get into the game yesterday? Let's be honest. The game was lost yesterday because the defense is completely overrated. When Saleh got fired, the defense has been a shell of themselves. Special teams was atrocious, giving up that punt return. And the offense, they are not playing good football. So let's just go back and forth, quick hitters of what the issues are, because I think we can go down a laundry list of things.
Listen, man, I mean, it obviously starts at the top with Woody Johnson, but that's another thing. Like you said, what's the point of even talking about the game yesterday? What's the point of talking about Woody Johnson? Nobody can fire Woody Johnson.
Yeah, we're like, fire this guy, fire this guy.
Yeah, so as long as fucking Woody Johnson is running the show, we're screwed. So what's the point of even mentioning Woody's name? All that name does is make my freaking blood boil. Shout out to Nick Pepe in the chat.
Nick Pepe's in the chat, no way.
Nick Pepe in the chat saying my guy Breece looks spent. And you know what, Nick? You're absolutely right, brother. That's another topic to bring up. What's going on with Breece Hall? Why does he look so much slower? The offensive line is garbage. Aaron Rodgers stinks. I will say that right here, right now, with my chest out.
Oh, I put my hand up yesterday.
Stinks, bro.
And I said I
was
was dead wrong. I was dead wrong on Aaron Rodgers. I'm not afraid to admit it. I thought that he would, and I said in the offseason, by the way, we don't need him to be MVP Rodgers. We just need him to be, average to above average for us to get to where we needed to go. That was me overrated the team around him, number one. And that also made me realize, Aaron Rodgers is not playing average or above average. Below average to bad is the level that Aaron Rodgers is playing. And I was dead wrong on him. And Jack, this is reality too, we have to admit. The New York Jets were a better football team last year with Robert Saleh and Zach Wilson. I don't know how. And I'm not saying if Zach Wilson was here, we'd be winning. That's not my point, but that's just the truth. We're 4-3 with Saleh. And I think a lot of that, Jack, had to do with the defense was elite last year. It wasn't because Zach Wilson was doing anything better than Rodgers. Let's be honest about that. But it's just so asinine. And the one thing about this ownership, Jack, we need Woody to sell the team, but he's not going to sell the team. So this is going to be, I'm going to put my optimistic hat on, just in terms of like the only chance that Woody Johnson could figure this out is because Jim Dolan for the Knicks, for example, Knicks fans have hated him forever, including myself. Everyone hated Dolan. He's just hiring the wrong people after the wrong person, but he finally got it right by hiring Leon Rose to lead that team. And then Dolan just took a step back, and Dolan has no say of anything with the Knicks. And Leon Rose is a smart man, and now the Knicks are where they're at. That's what Woody needs to do, is simply find the guy to run the football operations and get hands off. But do we trust Woody to find that guy is the question. No, we don't, right? So, like, the only way we can be a successful organization under Woody Johnson is if he can find the right guy to run this team and he can be completely hands-off, because I thought it was over with the Knicks with Dolan hiring Phil Jackson, and I don't want to go down the Knicks world of mediocrity and dysfunction, but that's what Dolan did. He finally hired Leon Rose to be the man, and that's what Woody needs to do, because he's not selling the team as much as we all want him to do. So the question is, will he ever hire the right person? And there's no reason for us to believe that he can.
No, and not only can he not hire the right person, he also made the wrong move in firing Robert Saleh mid-season. Have the balls, do what needs to be done, fire him during the offseason, and bring in an actual coach to coach this team. But don't
should have
fire
happened
him.
last offseason.
Don't hit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't hit the freaking panic button in between, on a short week, where at the time, that Bills game, if we beat the Bills, we would have been in first place in the freaking division. So an absolute loser, panic button move by an owner who knows jack shit about football, knows more about pharmaceuticals than about owning a freaking NFL organization.
Baby powder, baby.
And how are we stuck with this guy? For my entire life, for 25, 26 years, we're stuck with this loser of an owner. And obviously Hess was no much better before Woody and all the guys before that. Garbage.
And you know what's a good example,
Woody
Jack?
stinks.
Look at the Commanders. You know what the Commanders just had?
Yeah.
New owners.
New owner. Later for Snyder. I don't know the guys who own it now, but...
And what happened, Jack?
New
This is
owners,
their first year with new owners.
Life. Yep.
Look at them. I mean, listen.
That was incredible last night.
It was incredible. I'm happy we were able to witness that. And another team, the Mets, for example. New owners, fresh life. Everything's different. And the problem is, as much as you want to say sell the team, they are not going to. And listen, the one thing I've learned about Woody Johnson is he's so plugged in with the fans. And I think now, Jets fans have been saying sell the team for years, but now it's the loudest it's ever been. And I think he's also been the most plugged in with the fan base he's ever been because of today's social media, that he's on Twitter. He's actually like connected. So I hope maybe he could be like, you know what? There is nothing I can do. I've tried. This is my all-in season. This is putting all my eggs in, and I failed. I will sell the team and get $8 billion. Why don't you do that, Woody? $8 billion, ride off into the sunset, do whatever you want. And someone just got to let Gary V just got to find an investor, because as much as I love Gary V, he does not have the money to buy the Jets. So we all know he wants to buy the Jets. And
he's got a lot of money, but not buy a football team.
Yeah, he's $200 million. You need $8 billion to do that. Like, isn't that crazy? You think, like, damn, Gary V's rich, bro, like $200 million. And then you're like, damn, you need $8 billion.
It just reinforces what a scumbag of a human being Woody Johnson must be.
Like, dude, just sell the damn team. So, like, it's so beyond frustrating, because the Jets offense went down the field, and I'm like, you know what? How many times in this losing streak, Jack, do we have Aaron Rodgers with the ball in his hand with a chance to go win it for us? It felt like against the Broncos game he had a chance. He couldn't get deeper into field goal range for Greg. Went to just whatever the yard line was, 50-yard field goal. Greg missed it. If Aaron Rodgers was able to push the ball down the field, maybe Greg got a 35-yard field goal, would have missed it probably.
Yeah.
Anyway, doesn't matter. And then the Vikings game, he had a chance to go down the field and win it, throws an interception. Bills game, got the ball late, got a chance to go down the field, throws an interception. Who cares if Mike Williams ran the wrong route? The reality is he threw an interception.
Yep.
And then...
And No, continue. I'm sorry.
What was the game last week? The Steelers game, he threw the interception. He didn't have a chance to win it because the game was over after that interception. And then against the Patriots, okay, he had the ball, marched down the field. You scored a touchdown, good. But then you get a delay a game on a 2-point conversion.
Oh, my dude. Oh.
Delay a game on a 2-point conversion, okay? You score the touchdown, and you're like, okay, you got the lead. The offense is not playing good, okay? But at least we have a defense that could shut down Jacoby Brissett and shut them down. Like, listen, Aaron Rodgers, there's a lot of blame, and we should be roasting him in this offense, but this defense is driving me nuts because we let Jacoby Brissett pick up a 3rd and 10 with his legs.
Oh, my God.
And then another 3rd and 10, we let a guy named Booty beat Sauce Gardner, okay? Sauce Gardner is completely having an absolute trash season. He's turning a 180, first team All-Pro rookie season, first team All-Pro second year. Year 3, he's a shell of himself. I don't know what the issue is with Sauce Gardner, but the reality is, Jack, he's not playing like the player that we all fell in love with. He lets Booty beat him over the middle.
Yeah.
And then the Jets get 1st and goal on defense. They get a stop on 1st and goal, a stop on 2nd and goal, a stop on 3rd and goal. And what do you think Jack, like alternate reality, the Jets stop them at 4th and goal at the inch-yard line. We'd be talking about, listen, an ugly win, but now we're on the other side to saying the whole world is collapsing.
Well, that was going to be the point I was going to make. We talk about complementary football a lot. The Jets do that, but in the opposite way that we're talking about. The offense sucks. Hey, let's make the defense suck as well. Rodgers, we can't go down the field and score points when it matters. Let's let Ramondre Stevenson pop it in on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line. Like, we have opportunities on both sides of the ball to put this game to bed, to wrap it up, to put it away, and we can't do that. Not only can we not do that, we find interesting ways to lose, to beat ourselves. I mean, the delay of games yesterday, the 3 timeouts in the first quarter, and then continued delay of games throughout the game. Bro, if you were in the room with Roger McGalley and myself yesterday, like, you would have been scared for both of our health. Like, I thought, like, one of us, knock on wood, I thought one of us's heart was going to explode yesterday. Like, it was that bad. I've never seen a football team burn 3 timeouts in the first quarter of a game to avoid delay of games. And then as the game continues, proceed to get delay of games. So they don't know what the hell is going on in terms of getting the play call in. That's number one. On the other side of the ball, trash, dude. Have we had an impactful play from anybody on this defense outside of Will McDonald all year long? Maybe a couple nice hits from Quincy Williams here and there, but his brother's MIA. CJ can't play a full game without leaving due to some sort of injury. So as far as I'm concerned, CJ Mosley is done. Like, what's his MO been? And the secondary is garbage, bro. Sauce Gardner, completely overrated, having a terrible season. DJ Reed having a terrible season. I don't know what the hell our safeties are doing. Ashton Davis somehow has remained on the Jets for years and years and years. And it's like the immortal Ashton Davis. Like, when is this guy like gonna leave us alone? Like, when are we gonna escape this guy, Ashton freaking Davis, who stinks? So there's that. And then we get to the special teams unit, bro, which is like, should I even continue to speak? Should I even waste a breath? And
Greg Zuerlein, the punt coverage.
This ties into the loser general manager as well. How is Greg Zuerlein on this roster? How is he our kicker? He's missed the most kicks in the league by far this year. He is garbage. He is
2
washed
years,
up.
$8 million.
And then you watch Austin Seibert yesterday, scoring all the freaking points for his team. And then you look at the Jets, bro, and only the Jets can find themselves in this position. It's every single decision all mashed into one. It's let's bring all of Rodgers' buddies over here and let them do whatever they want. Let's keep Zuerlein as the kicker. Let's fire Saleh mid-season. Let's do this. Let's do that. It has all led us to where we are now, to this bottomless pit of agony that this team puts us through, bro. And you can't pinpoint one answer. Obviously, Woody Johnson is the effed up ringleader of this whole debacle, but it's down to the players. It's down to the coaching staff. It's down to me. I feel like this entire offseason, I was very good. Don't get too excited. Don't get too excited. the season rolls around, how can you not get excited with the way this team looks on paper? And now I feel like I blame myself for letting this happen once again, because here I am at 9:57 a.m. on a freaking Monday morning screaming. My throat already hurts. I'm turning red. Like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this to myself? But I'll be back on Thursday night watching it again, getting mad all again.
I can't believe we're on Thursday night and Halloween wearing black uniforms. Oh my God, it's going to be disgusting. I mean, we appreciate you, Jack, for coming on here and, letting it out. The people want to hear from you. So we do appreciate that, number one. Guys, please do us a favor. Hit the like button. At least do us a favor and get us to 100 likes, man, because Jack and I are livid right now. Jets fans are livid right now. Greg Zuerlein was elite last year, and now he's the worst kicker in football. Like, you can argue he was the worst. He was the best kicker in football last year, and now he's the worst. I mean, I don't even know what to say anymore. Like, should I put on a clown mask for my live watch party on Thursday night? Because I feel like a clown supporting this team. I don't even know what to say anymore because it's just an incompetent mess, guys. Please hit the like button. Let's get to 100 likes before we bring in our first caller. It would mean a lot. And speaking of Thursday night football, the Jets are only at +1. It's even. How? We were 7-point favorites against the Patriots. And on BetUS, the Jets are +1, which is basically even. And we're at home. Like, how does Vegas think that we're going to be even close in this game? Am I missing something? Diggs is hurt. Is that why? Nico Collins is hurt. Is that going to make an impact on our team? I mean, no. I don't get it. So, guys, if you want to go check out BetUS, please use the promo code YouTube150 to get your 150% bonus. Trick or treat on Horror Street, baby. They got awesome Halloween promos. Definitely go check them out. YouTube150 is the code for 150% on your first deposit, 125% on your next two, up to $2,000, the number one online sports book. And I'm sure you guys can go take advantage of all the other prop bets and all the other odds for week number 9 across the NFL. So big shout out to BetUS, as always, for being our proud sportsbook sponsor of this channel all season long, man.
Appreciate it, BetUS, as always, man. And I believe I heard somebody on WFAN, and I don't know if this is true, but why would they lie, say that yesterday was like possibly the first time the Jets were road favorites in like almost 30 years, if that's even a possibility.
Holy crap.
And we lost the game. And that's coming from Gio on Boomer and Gio. So I don't know why he would lie. Maybe I heard it wrong. That does sound pretty crazy to me, even for the Jets. But the fact that we found a way.
Over 7-point favorites, too, nonetheless.
The fact that we found a way to lose that game yesterday, not even win in a shitty fashion.
Well, we were road favorites against the Steelers.
That's like, I heard him say that, and I'm like, can this be true? But maybe he meant like
as much as we were.
Like, yeah, like
maybe against the Patriots. It was
possibly. I don't know, but I definitely heard him say something
like at least be a shitty team, Jack, and win 5 games, but sweep the Patriots. You know, wouldn't that feel like this sliver of okay? At least we can get that good.
Dano coming in with the facts, probably right about that. But either way, pathetic. Like that doesn't like.
Oh,
that doesn't help the situation at all. That just reaffirms like how garbage we are.
Nah, it's garbage indeed. Guys, we're at 79 likes. We need to get to 100 likes before we bring in the first caller. Smash the like button. We appreciate it. Anthony, do you still think the Jets win the Super Bowl? No, but I do know the Bills won't.
Hey, yo.
I mean, you'll make the playoffs and win a playoff game. That's what you will do, though. Is there anyone that is untouchable to trade? What do you think, Jack? Are you on the... There's some Jets fans saying trade everybody, trade Garrett Wilson, trade Sauce, trade Brees, trade Quinnen, trade Quincy. Are you there yet? Or do you want to, like, clean house from a coaching standpoint? Like, do you want to give up on all the players that we got excited about, all the first-round picks that we drafted? Like, are you ready to give up on that young core? Like, where are you at with that?
Listen, man, it's so hard because like this is like, this is like a bookmark in our Jets fandoms, guys like Garrett Wilson, guys like Brees Hall, Sauce Gardner, homegrown talent that we know have the potential to be great players for a long time in this league, not just flashes in the pan. But, we've seen consistency out of Garrett Wilson now. We've seen consistency out of Breece Hall and Sauce, for the most part. Obviously, everybody can have a down season every once in a while or a down stretch of games. But, this homegrown talent that we do have on this team is how good organizations do it. Like this is how, good teams, perennial playoff teams get the job done is by believing in their guys and not, hitting the panic button right away like we tend to do in the off seasons. But at the same time, we're going to have to pay those 3 guys that I just mentioned. So what would be the point of making Sauce Gardner the highest paid cornerback in the NFL as a New York Jet if the roster around him is inept? Or what would be the point of making Garrett Wilson one of the highest paid wide receivers if we don't have a quarterback to throw him the ball, which we're probably not going to, as history would suggest. So as much as I do want to keep these guys, I don't want to say goodbye to this era of the Jets, because thinking about Sauce and Breece and Garrett Wilson gets me hyped. It still does, whether the team around them stinks, whether they at the moment might not be playing to their, best capabilities. But this is an era of the Jets that I don't want to say goodbye to, because I just don't know, where do we go from here, bro? We go back to being,
because like you trade them, they're dogs on other teams.
Oh, dude,
let's be honest with ourselves,
bro. The second Garrett Wilson goes anywhere else, he's winning a Super Bowl. Same thing with Sauce Gardner. Maybe the same thing.
That's why I'm not ready for that. I'm not giving up on those players. And the people that still say, like, no, we have no talent. I disagree with that. Like, we do have talent. It's just we have an issue with wearing New York Jets logos everywhere, and it's the organization that fails these teams. Look at Sam Darnold with Minnesota. Look at Geno with Seattle. Look at, like, I can keep going. The list goes on. Even, like, it's just, like, you need to keep the core of guys that's on rookie contracts and just try to get a new coach and just reset and retool. And it's unfortunate, but that's the reality that we're in. We got to face the truth of it, and we can only pay a few people. And if there's one person on this Jets team that's on a rookie contract that I want to be here as a Jet forever, that is, I've been saying, he's my favorite Jet player, and I want him here forever, his character, his talent, it's Garrett Wilson. Like, Garrett Wilson is a guy that you do not trade at all. And now, does Garrett want to be here long term? Does he want to? Maybe he's thinking to himself, like, dude, like, I need to go somewhere like that's going to win. Like, maybe he's questioning it, which I don't even blame him at this point. But that's a guy I hope this Jets team can build around, man. I mean, he was one of the only bright spots yesterday, but doesn't even matter, right? 5 catches, over 110 yards. So it's just frustrating that we have young talent that's getting wasted on this roster. That's what it comes down to.
Listen, bro, to put a bow on this conversation, and then we can get into some callers. Darrelle Revis won a Super Bowl as a New England Patriot. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, bro. I mean, you go somewhere else, and they're going to win a Super Bowl.
As a New England Patriot, Darrelle Revis won the Super Bowl. Let me get mad about something that happened 15 years ago now, just to really turn it up.
Come on, Jack. Really? The day after we lose to the Patriots, you have to give them more ammo?
But, we're talking about our star players going somewhere else and most likely succeeding. And then we have, the perfect example of that, Darrelle Revis, who a lot of us think as probably the best Jet of all time. Maybe, the best player we've ever seen in a Jets uniform in terms of skill and talent. And, you can't get a better example than that, bro.
That's sad. All right, well, let's get into some callers. Got over 400 live watchers. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the like button. And click the link at the top if you want to join. First caller is going to be Johnny Boy. Let's go, Johnny. Let's go, Knicks. That's what we're talking about. Yeah.
Richie, Jack, my guys. Bro, what a punch to the balls watching this game yesterday. Yo, Richie, I'm not going to front, bro. Seeing you like that yesterday, you being one of the cast that's been like on the same level with me, being optimistic as they can. That game broke me yesterday, bro. It's, we're talking about, it starts from the top with Woody, like Johnson getting the whole team. Bro, we can't even get a coaching staff done correctly. I mean, who's going to come over here and take this crap show of a team that we got with the function that we got as a squad, bro? It's just, I don't know, man. Like, would Ben Johnson want to come over here and have to deal with this and have to deal with Woody Johnson and whatnot? Because that's the problem that I keep seeing, right? He meddles with a whole bunch of stuff. Does he take out the checkbook? I mean, yeah, I guess so. and everything, but you get the players that come over here, and what do?
Yeah.
We're cursed, bro. Like, and to Jack's point, when you get the other older fans and stuff like that are talking about in regards of, oh, bro, you're young and stuff like that. F that, man. You don't deserve to be seeing this crap, bro. There's other teams that are a lot younger than us. The Texans. Look what the Texans are doing, bro. They had some owner that was, I don't even know who he was. I think he was like a principal of a school, something crazy like that, bro. And he sold the team. The guys came in, went ahead, got a good GM, brought in a good coach, and they have luck. We don't have luck as Jet fans, man. And that game yesterday, bro, it was bad in all phases of the football. Special teams to defense and even to offense, bro, with the whole timeouts and just not knowing the plays. I mean, is Aaron having issues with Tad Downing and we're not even talking about it, right? I
There's
mean,
issues everywhere.
bro, that dude wore all black yesterday at that presser at the end of the game with no Jet stuff on it or anything. Maybe I'm looking too much into that, but Aaron, bro, he's cryptic when it comes to that. And then we got to talk about Sauce, bro. We got to talk about Sauce, right? Because do I think Sauce is a good corner? Yes. Do I think he's great? Nah, bro. Like, that one play where the ball was up in the air again, I understand that it was that, but at least like try to dive and show that you want to catch the ball, bro. Nah, they're just like, nah, it's cool. Just let the ball drop, and we don't care about getting momentum, man. Look, it's gonna be a long season.
It feels like a lack of energy, a lack of urgency, man. Johnny, I appreciate you. I'm sorry that you're broken like me, but we had to be broken before we get built back up, right? So I appreciate
Bro,
the love, man. I really
and
do. And
wait
let's just
and
turn the page to the Knicks season.
wait for this game. Watch us beat the Texans, bro. Right? And then we're gonna be super hyped, and everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, baby!" And then we'll get the bricks knocked us off of, bro, the next couple games. Hey, you guys keep doing your stuff, man. I
Much
don't
love
even
to
know
you,
what to
Johnny.
say. Go Knicks, baby, I guess, right?
Yeah, really. Listen, I mean, I thought this game against the Patriots was going to suck some Jets fans back in just by beating them because we all thought that at least was possible. There goes that. Yeah, I don't see them being the Texans even without Diggs and Collins, but it's just frustrating, man. You're a very optimistic man, and Johnny seeing him broken, it just sucks. But it's the reality that we're in.
This is the reality, man. This is where we're at.
It's the reality, and the fact that we have to go on Thursday night primetime football in all black to watch Joe Mixon put up 350 yards and Aaron Rodgers bring the play clock down to 0, waste timeouts, delay games. It's going to be the same thing.
And then we have to watch, the Jets social media team tweet out, the score as the game's going on and what uniforms they're wearing and what celebrities at the game. And like a picture of Aaron Rodgers walking through the tunnel with, street clothes on. Like, miss me with all of it, bro. Take all that and shove it.
Yeah,
so tired of the garbage coming from this team, building us up as if we're a real organization. Oh my God, One Jets Drive. It's so good. They do such a good job. Miss me with it. I'm never watching another episode of One Jets Drive. I promise you that, bro. I will go out of my way to avoid watching any content that the Jets put out there. The only content I care about is the game on Sunday. And we suck with the game on Sunday. So miss me with One Jets Drive and Flight 2024 and whatever. Dude, garbage. Take all that and stick it. You know where you can stick it. Damn it.
Damn it. Oh, man, it's brutal. Let's get into some more callers. We got Big Green up next. What's up, Big Green?
Oh, what's going on, guys? Well, first off, let me start off by saying I stopped watching the game at halftime because I'm in Salem with my wife and, enjoying our little 4-day getaway. Of course, it has to be in Massachusetts. I'm walking around here with a damn Jets jersey on. My phone dies at halftime.
Oh, no.
So I have no idea what's going on. So you know how I find out they lose? Everyone in the bar starts fucking laughing at us. Laughing at me. And I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. I'm like, okay, I lost it at halftime. Like, okay, got no way to find out. So I'm like hopping in and out of bars, like this, that, third. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? This team is a joke.
Yeah, man, I can't believe you had to watch that game from the state of Massachusetts. That's like an extra punch in the face for you, bro. I'm sorry about that.
Nice kick in the nuts.
Yeah,
Not
dude.
even we get to watch it. I find out from freaking Patriots fans.
Oh my god.
Oh, dude.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
That's like literally a hell scenario.
Laughing at you.
Oh, it was unbelievable. So it really starts with I mean, I really don't know who we're replacing Joe Douglas with. I really, at what point did Woody come in and start taking the reins from him? But I have a feeling he's gone. I don't want him to go because I think he's done an adequate job at drafting. I think it's just coaching. He had some busts, but overall, his draft picks, we know this team's got talent. So it all comes down to coaching. And we haven't had a GM that's been good since Tannenbaum.
Yeah, unfortunately with Douglas, I do agree with you in certain aspects. I think he's in terms of Saleh and Woody Johnson and the rest of the coaching staff, I think Joe Douglas has been the least egregious in terms of effing up the least out of those guys. But at the end of the day, the record speaks for itself, man.
Yeah.
He's not the one there on the field playing. No, he's got the talent. He's brought the talent.
But he's putting this roster together, and unfortunately, for as many hits as he's had almost a similar number of flops. So, but I want to give Joe Douglas credit. He's definitely the one I still do believe in, if I do believe in anybody. But unfortunately, the record has got to speak for itself, man.
Big Green, appreciate the call, brother. Keep your head up around the enemy territory, man. We're thinking about you over there.
Thanks,
much love to you, brother. Appreciate you. And when it comes to Joe Douglas, think of all the stuff that he did. But when he came here, he traded so many players away to acquire multiple first-round picks. He turned this team around. He brought us in life in terms of young talent, all to suck. It's so mind-boggling how all of the draft picks, all of the drafts that we were excited about, all of the free agent acquisitions, all the trades, all the offseason moves that we get excited about, and then we get to the season, and it's the same thing. We're kicking ourselves, we're beating ourselves up, undisciplined penalties, beating ourselves. The reality is this, man. We need a very good head coach and GM combination. And I don't know if that's finding them at the same time. I don't know if that's Joe Douglas conducting the head coaching search. But the reality is Joe Douglas is on his last year under contract. So he's not technically the Jet GM next year unless the Jets sign him. So the Jets can easily move on from Joe Douglas. They don't have any money committed to him. Not that money's an issue by moving on to GMs, but it's frustrating because I do love Joe. I feel like he's done a job where you're like, okay, the talent is there. He's drafted good players, still has some misses. But he also is the guy who hired Saleh. So that's another thing. He's one of the people that was, in on the hiring of Robert Saleh. So, I don't know. I don't know what more a GM can do. It just comes down to a head coach and a GM pairing. Like the Detroit Lions. They got their head coach and GM pairing perfectly done. I think the Texans got their GM and head coach perfectly done recently. And I think the Commanders just did the same thing. So it's just that's what it comes down to. I don't know what the issue is. I don't know what Joe Douglas could have done differently. I really don't. What could have, in hindsight, we can look back don't sign this guy. We'll sign this guy instead. Or, bring in Seibert and cut Zerline. There's so many little things. And the funniest part about the season, Jack, is the Jets are 5-3 if Greg Zerline was the same player he was last year.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's actually true based off the games.
I know. But I don't like thinking that way because it skews reality.
Yeah, it does skew reality
it
for
skews
sure.
Reality because this isn't a football team with this roster that should be relying on a kicker to win them games.
Yeah,
we should be blowing teams out of the water. And when we play good teams, we should be competitive with them, but we should still be winning most of the time. So while I'm obviously super down on Greg Zerline, he should never kick another football in the NFL again, at least in the Jets uniform. This is not the primary concern. And I obviously know that you don't think it is. But this is, we shouldn't be going, if if Greg Zerline could make those kicks, we'd be, we'd have a much better record. It doesn't matter, dude. Like, we should be having that better record due to what our offense is doing, not due to what our kicker is not doing.
And Rodgers said in the press conference, he's like, it's simple. We need to score 30 points as an offense every game, and that's the standard that we hold ourselves to. Haven't done it once this season. And he's right on that. If they score 30 points on offense every game, you'd probably win every single game, because as bad as the Jets' defense is, they're not bad enough to give up that many points.
Yeah.
But the offense can't even do that. They can't even score 30. And you look around the NFL, you have the Lions putting up 50 points like it's easy. You have the Bills lighting up the Seahawks on the road. Those are good offenses. And with Aaron Rodgers, Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, Devontae Adams, Mike Williams, why can't we put up 30? So as much as we want to blame the defense, want to blame the special teams, blame Greg Zerline, the offense, in my opinion, gets the most of the blame, starting with Aaron Rodgers and the quarterback. That's how I look at it. Because
I agree.
If this is an offensive-driven league, this is 2024, you have to be able to put up points. And we're not a team that's built to rely on defense and special teams to win. This is a team that should be scoring points with the talent that we have on paper. Yeah. It's that reality, man. Even if we're overrating the talent, quote unquote, on the offense, that's one thing. But like, the reality is the reality. We suck when we get into the red zone, and we can't score points. It's touchdowns, not field goals.
I agree. And what's gonna bring us out of it? I don't know, man. Because that's another thing. Who is gonna? Obviously, anybody's going to take the job and the money that comes with being an NFL GM or an NFL head coach. But, like, if given the choice between the Jets and another team for a job opportunity like that, who is going to see what's been going down here? Who's going to say, oh, well, Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams couldn't get it done? I'm going to go to the Jets, and I'm going to get it done. I'm going to be different. I'm going to take this team finally out of, the bottom of the barrel. Who, if this group couldn't get it done, who in their right mind is gonna say, yeah, you know what, I'll take that job with the Jets. I'll be the guy that's gonna turn this organization around, even though nobody in the last 60 years could do it. I'm gonna be the guy that's gonna do it. Nobody in their right mind, bro. So you know what that means? We're gonna get somebody who's not in their right mind, and we're gonna be right back here in 4 more years. And I know we're about to get into a legendary caller. And James, I love you, bro, but I gotta go to the bathroom so freaking badly. So I'll be back in a few minutes. And yeah.
All right, go for it, Jack. We'll wait for James. You know what? We'll wait for James. We'll get Lascelles in now. Mr. Lascelles.
What's
Lascelles,
good, man?
brother?
What's good?
What's up, man?
I'm doing good. Doing good. Last night was a big roller coaster, wasn't it? It was a big roller coaster, and
to say the least.
Honestly, like I was like, from the beginning of the first half, I was thinking, okay, wait, we're gonna lose this game, because everything just seemed like it's the worst of the whole entire season. That would happen. That like what the worst thing that would happen in this season was happening so bad that game. Like the delay of game penalties, the defense not showing up. Everything was just right there for, like, everything was there. And I was just like, oh yeah, we're gonna lose this game. But the fashion that we lost it just exceeded my expectation of how bad this team is, I will say. It was like, wow, we literally got a lead and we blew it with 22 seconds left. This is insane. Like, you know me, I'm a pessimist, like, at heart. And when I was hearing everyone talking about Super Bowls in the beginning, I was like, I want to see us go to the playoff first before anything. I don't even see us even go. After like 2 weeks, I was like, oh no, we're not even going to the playoffs. Let's get ready for a top 5 pick. like I didn't see nothing good around the corner. And it hurts that I'm seeing it come to fruition. What I see, like what I was thinking, like I don't see us even getting it. Like, wait for a top 5 pick. It's tough to see it happen, but from what I was seeing before, I was like, no, there's no chance for us to go back. I didn't care that we got Devontae Adams. I didn't care that we brought in us on. Like, I was like, no, nothing was going to really change. and I'm just hoping that that next year we go after a good general manager, because here's the thing: why would Joe Douglas even want to come back? Let's just be real here. Why would Joe Douglas even want to come back? The owner just went in and done something and did what he did behind behind his back or whatever. And you're just expecting him to be like, yeah, I want another chance at this team. Yeah, give me
I get that. I mean, LaSalle, appreciate the call as always, my man.
Please.
Always appreciate you. We'll see you on Wednesday night on the round table. But listen, I mean, Joe Douglas is going to want this job. Number one, pays well. And he's going to want to try, I'm assuming, to try to fix this team, unless he's given up. Like, you know what? Maybe this team is cursed. When Joe Douglas first came here, he built something that he felt was special, that this fan base felt was special. And it ain't special. It's actually incompetent. And he sold us a ball of goods. And we're going to hear from Joe Douglas soon, actually, because he speaks to the media after the trade deadline, which is going to be next week. So we're going to need a clean house. And I think at this point, Joe Douglas is going to get not extended. He's going to not be this GM next year. That's my prediction. My hope is that Woody Johnson decides to sell the team as well. But that's something that is out of our control. There's nobody above him. It's up to Woody Johnson to fire Joe Douglas. It was up to Woody Johnson to fire Saleh the way he did, which was not the right move at the time that he did it. He should have done it last offseason, if anything, or waited to this upcoming offseason. But now everything's spiraling downhill. Like, all the people that I trust in the media, like Tony Dungy, for example, is a person that I trust his opinion in the NFL world. And he's like, the Jets firing Saleh after 2 and 3, that was the death sentence of the season. I mean, why would they do that? That was just a perfect example of incompetence. And I got to be honest with you guys, when that happened, when Woody Johnson fired Saleh the way that he did, that woke me up to the reality of how incompetent this team is, because only morons fire a coach at the time that he did. And that's not me saying that Saleh is a good coach. That's not me saying that Saleh is the one that built this team to be this losing mindset, but that broke this team. The timing of the firing is what I'm trying to say. I don't want people to spin this and making it seem like I'm hyping up Saleh, that he's a great coach. That's not what I'm doing. The timing of it effed this entire team up. Is the reality of it, man. Any potential that this Jets team had was completely thrown out the door when he got fired after week 5.
You know what I was just thinking, dude?
Yeah, what?
Everything's okay, man, because we got Hassan Reddick.
Oh, yeah, he's back.
We're good. Super Bowl.
We're back. Hassan Reddick is back. And James is back. James.
What's up, guys? Bro, honestly, Jack, I heard you before about, I hate hearing, I'm 35 years old. I hate hearing, I've been a Jets fan for 55 years, 60 years. I've seen, but there is something to be said with that. And let me just preface this whole thing. I'm gonna email Richie my phone number. You guys hit me up and text me. Let's get together whenever you guys can, whenever you're available.
Hell yeah,
right?
dude.
All right, so I'm gonna email Richie in a little bit. But with that being said, bro, this is the God's honest truth. I grew up going to Hofstra. I went to I hate talking like this, but I'm going to, because this is like uncharted territory for me. Like, this is crazy right now. Since I'm 6 years old, maybe, I've watched football with my father as a diehard Jets fan. He was good friends with Jim Kensel. Jim Kensel was the president of football operations for the Jets. Then he moved up to the NFL offices, years later or whatever. Bro, I've stood next to Richie Anderson, Mo Lewis, Jason Fabini, Kevin Mawai, Vinny, Bill Parcells. Bro, I was there every fucking year. And one thing me and my father really bonded with, God rest his soul, was football and the Jets. And what happened yesterday was an absolute disgrace, disaster, They should be ashamed of themselves. I'm ashamed to call myself a Jets fan, and I'm debating for the first time in my life. No bullshit. For the first time in my life, I'm debating not watching on Thursday. Really, I don't want to. I don't want to watch anymore. Like, yeah, we keep using the saying "broken, broken." Yeah, I am. Like, I'm. I hope like the Jets. I hope this goes far. These type of streams, because as a fucking I was thinking last night how much money I've spent just going to games. I was debating yesterday morning buying tickets for Thursday. And then I said to myself, hold up, wait a second. Don't be stupid. Let's see what happens first. And you know what happened? Exactly what always fucking happens. We're snake bitten. You can't quantify it. You can't put it into words. How this organization, it's just, no matter what, it's like Murphy's Law. What can go wrong will go wrong with this team. It's insane. And I've been doing it. And I hate to say it, but I've been doing it for fucking 30 years. And at this point, bro, I've spent God knows how much money going to these games since I'm an adult. I moved out of my parents' house at 20 years old. Since I'm an adult, paying for my own tickets, God knows how many tens and tens of thousands of dollars. Like, this is insane now. Like, bro, we got to laugh about it because it is football, but this type of thing, like thinking about everything and just, it always happens no matter what. You can't escape it. I like how you put up the Jets therapy session, because
that's what it is. That's why I did it. Because we're having people like you, James, to come on here and voice everything. Let it all out, and like, this is what it's for. This is why we're having the call-in show.
This is pathetic. This is stupid. I will come on no matter what, because you guys are awesome. But like, this is ridiculous that we got to come on we just lost to the Patriots, bro. We just lost to the Patriots, the worst fucking team in the league. They have had our number for 20 years. He's not even there anymore. Both those, excuse my language, both those scumbags are not there anymore. And we still, they just ended our season. I don't want to hear about winning on Halloween. I don't want to hear about it. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. Like, I personally do not care, because the more we win now, the worse it's going to be for us, because we're going to be stuck in that mediocrity as always. And Jack, I listen to WFAN just like you too, bro. I'm sick and tired of the narrative. I'm tired of fucking hearing it. If we're going to be bad, let's be bad. Let's just be bad.
Fully agree.
Because if we win these 5 or 6 games, which we are set up to do, make no mistake about it, Aaron Rodgers, for his career, for his numbers, for everything, he's going to try and win every game. He's not ever going to lose. And Jack, I love that Nick Mangold jersey, but take all that Jet shit away, bro. Fuck all of this apparel. I'm done with it. I'm getting rid of I'll give it to big brothers, big sisters. I'm fucking done with this shit, bro. I'm over it, boys. Like, I really am.
They're broken like us, James. We love you, man.
Keep
the head up,
yo,
bro.
I'm gonna email you my number. Just give it to Jack, and we'll all get together.
Absolutely, James. You stay K upright. We'll get together, brother. Much love to you, man. Hate to see James down bad like that. It really does. It hurts. It hurts. I hate to see him down bad like that.
Yes, it does.
You know, it's just like right there with me. You know, I feel the pain. I get it. I'm right there with you, James. That didn't come out. Andy's up next.
How we doing today, guys?
Yeah, we're doing great, Andy. Actually, can you not tell how great we're doing?
I saw your video.
I'm doing good,
that
Andy.
Was all over Twitter.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to go that viral, but here I am getting laughed at.
When you have other creators sharing it, it definitely helped.
Yeah, I didn't expect other creators to tap in on that too. So
that was something.
Yeah, that was pure raw emotion when the game ended.
You guys need to cut the cancer out.
We're on our way to do that.
What's the first move? Is it who's
Your
the
quarterback.
Is it Rodgers? Yeah, I agree. You're not wrong, dude. The
I
Rodgers
mean,
experiment
he's
did
the-
not work.
I understand like Saleh wasn't the greatest coach, but he's the one that got him fired because Saleh was going to fire his buddy, and that literally destroyed your whole team.
Yeah, man. Who knows?
Aaron
I think-
Rodgers needs to be benched, and Tyrod Taylor should be playing quarterback for you guys. I
mean-
feel the offense would look at least somewhat better than that mess you put out there every week.
I think if you were playing quarterback for us, we would be looking better right now, Andy.
Oh no, I'm fat
I
and
think
slow.
I think in any situation besides the one we're in right now, we'd have a better chance at success.
I'm fat and slow.
Nah, Andy, you're a
You got that
you're
arm,
a
though.
gentleman. You're a
You
gentleman.
got that elite ball placement. Because this Jets team can't score points. They can move the ball. They got yards, but they can't score points. That's the reality of this season, man. That's what this offense is. Move the ball just to suck in the red zone and not score touchdowns. So it's ridiculous. Well, Andy, thanks for
Yeah, thanks.
everything.
If that's all, Andy, thanks for just
enjoy your Bills' success, man.
reminding us that we suck. And
Enjoy your
yeah,
Bills' success.
that's Andy.
That's Andy indeed, man. It's beyond frustrating. Oh, back-to-back Bills fans. What up, Neil?
Yo.
What's up, Neil?
Yeah. All right. Let's. So yesterday I was actually really shocked because I thought you guys were absolutely going to wipe the floor with the Patriots. They're bad. Like, you are better than them in every category, at least on paper. And I thought you guys were going to, like, Breece Hall, when you started getting him going, I was like, oh yeah, this game's over. And then, like, in the end, when Jacoby Brissett somehow made these miracle throws, which I don't know how. And then I thought you guys were going to stop them. Like, I thought you were going to get a stop when they went for it. And I said, if they're going to run this, the Jets should stack the box. I saw that coming a mile away. I said, stack the box. They're going to try to punch this in. And I thought you guys were going to manage to stop them. But it's a heartbreaking loss, but at least you're not 13 seconds, 12 men on the field, 3 Hail Marys. Everyone forgets the Chargers won when the Chargers still lost, but they got the Hail Mary on us. At least you're not losing in that kind of embarrassing way. But
Woo-hoo, Neil. Love you, Neil. But the Bills are good and the Jets are bad. 13 seconds can suck it.
Can't win in the playoffs. It doesn't matter if you can't get over the hump. I mean,
Hey, man, I'm down to talk some trash about the Bills in the playoffs, but, like, enjoy your team being good right now, bro. Oh, my gosh.
you guys could possibly. I mean, maybe you could. I'm not gonna like be too delusional, but maybe you could turn this around. But
Neil, I love you, buddy. Thank you
All
so
right.
much for the call, dude. That's Neil, everyone. Oh, God.
Bills fans see us so down bad, and they're trying to boost us up, and it's making it worse.
Neil, I love you, buddy. I do. I really do. You're a great
Neil's
guy.
like-
And
he's like
I have
trying-
absolutely nothing against you, dude. I just have to. That had to end. But I love you, buddy. I really do.
Poor Neil. He's just like a Bills fan. His team is good. And he's just like, he sees us so down, and he's trying to make us feel better about ourselves, which is doing the opposite.
Neil.
I love you, Neil, man. Never change and enjoy
Nah,
your
please,
Bills team.
dude. I'm so serious. I really do love you, Neil. And that was a great call. I just can't do it to myself. I have to look out for myself sometimes, man.
Oh, dude. It just doesn't get worse than this, does it? I hope not. It can't get worse than this. I refuse to believe. And the thing is driving me nuts is we are going to be in cap hell the next few years. And, yeah, we're not going to go down that path because then I'm going to go into a dark place.
Let's not. We can't.
We got Nick up next. What's up, Nick?
Gentlemen,
How
What's
are
going
you?
on?
unbelievable. I like the great Joe Beningo says, you can change the uniforms, you can change the players, the coach, the stadium, everything. At the end of the day, we're still the same team We have always been. And I'll tell you what, I'm not a huge Woody Johnson fan. I totally understand where you're coming from with those comments and the narrative we've kind of been discussing the last couple of weeks, but he's kind of always wanted to win. I mean, I don't doubt that he's an owner that wants to win. It's just we always pick the wrong people. And Joe Douglas, we knew last year that, I mean, the majority of the picks he's made, I mean, they're not even in the league. It's not that they're on other teams. The majority of them are not even in the league. And yes, I know he's got a history with undrafted free agents and turning them into players who contribute and whatnot, but he's done a terrible job. Saleh firing him the way that they did it make sense? No, it absolutely did not make sense. Still, he was a bad head coach. Bad coaching all the way around has been the curse of this team for decades. We are still recovering from the Christmas Eve loss in 2011 against the Giants when Victor Cruz went 100 yards and broke our back. That was literally, I mean, we're recovering from that. I mean, still, we can't get the pieces together. This Rodgers experiment, and I've said it locally here to some of my buddies in upstate New York, if it works, great. If it doesn't work, it's going to set us back 5 years, minimum 5 years. I'm not, and now you're kind of starting to see, of course, that it's not working. We can all say that, but you're starting to see other players just kind of now like, is Sauce really all that good? Is Sauce Revis? He always seems to be in the right place at the right time, but in those big moments, he's given up a flag or he's given up a catch. And, there's players you can really question, is it time to move on from and get something? Because like you just said, we're going to be strapped for the next couple of years. I mean, regardless of what happens, we are going to be strapped for the next couple of years. You've got, a lot of really tough situations in that building. And I don't know who's going to come and want to coach this team. It's heartbreaking for me to see a guy like Rex Ryan get emotional about this organization and show more passion and show more just spirit and fight than the people that are on the team, than the people that are running the organization. I mean, that is sad. It's terrible.
And I'm happy you said that, Nick. And great call, man. You really broke it down beautifully, and I appreciate the call, my man. Hope you have a great day.
You
and
too.
Much love to you, and appreciate the support. And I feel like we care more than the Jet. I feel like me and you, everybody in the live chat, every Jets fan watching this show, and every Jets fan in general, it feels like we have more urgency and care more about this football team than the old players. That's what it feels like. Especially when Davante Adams comes to this team and recognizes it and calls him out. You guys are, he literally goes in there after the Steelers game, you guys realize how bad it is here? And I know people are like, oh, who's Davante Adams to talk? Who is he to talk? I personally, first of all, the speech did nothing, but all it did was it provided context for me individually, as a fan, of what the actual issue is. The fact that we have a player come into this building and recognize the stank. He's like, oh, wow, there is no culture here. There is nothing. He's coming from a bad team, the Raiders. Oh, who is he to talk? The Raiders suck. I get that. But, bro, he noticed it immediately. And it's deeper than just us losing. It's lack of energy, lack of urgency, lack of caring. And that's what it feels like, Jack. There's a lack of caring. It feels like this team, these players don't care anymore.
Yep.
And that's devastating. And I don't know why that's the case, because that was never the case here. Was it because the way that they fired Saleh? Did they care before Saleh was fired? I don't know. Was it because they don't believe in Aaron Rodgers? I don't know what the issue is. We'll never know the core issue. I think it's just a laundry list of issues. But the fact that we have a team that feels like they don't care as much as the fans hurts.
I mean, we're out of the playoffs before Halloween once again. You think anybody on this team cares about, performance? Or you think anybody on the Jaguars cares, or the Panthers? This is where we're at. We're one of those bottom of the barrel teams. And yeah, I mean, why why would they care? And
Because they should.
Of course they should, but you know what I'm saying. And that was a great call from Nick, by the way. Great call. Thank you for that call.
Up next, we got Julio Kelly. What's up,
What's
Julio?
up, man?
What's up, Richie? What's up, Jack?
What's going on, dude?
What's going on, man?
Man, they gave up when Salah got fired. The whole team gave up. They wasn't gonna follow this interim coach. They gave up. They don't got no fun in them or nothing. I saw Brees Hall after he lost against the Pittsburgh Steelers smile because they lost. Why are you smiling? Like it's almost it was intentionally. You fire Salah, this is what we're gonna do to you. Doesn't matter if Rodgers there. It doesn't matter if Devontae Adams. These young kids came in to play for Salah. They gave up, just like the team gave up on Salah.
Could be onto something there. I know, Salah had the respect of, at least the defense.
Yeah, the defense has been trash since he was fired. Let's keep it a buck.
I mean, Salah had the respect of the defense for sure.
Let's keep it a buck. Gavin Wilson played better when he was under Salah. He never dropped that many balls like he dropping them.
Yeah, he's the only guy that played any good football yesterday, though.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's anybody that played good, it was him. Not that matters, but
the last time I saw that my Jets, and I'm gonna say my Jets because I've been a Jets fan for a long time. When Bill Parcells took them to a 15-1. 15-1. I love Rex, but Rex didn't really have a great career because we used to go in a 9-8, 9-7, I believe it was, to the playoff with Mark Sanchez and them. But we had a great defense. We just couldn't go over the hump.
Yep. And the league has changed so much since then.
The league has changed.
And also, I mean, let's keep it a buck about Rex. He inherited the Mangini culture, and he was able to have a great team when he got hired, and he took that team far.
Joe Douglas, for me, all he cares about picks. First of all, I love the picks he did, but that's all he cared. He wants to bring these young people. Let's see if we can make it to the playoff. It didn't work. Aaron Rodgers experiment did not work. I love Aaron Rodgers. I love Devontae. And then they keep on talking what kind of quarterback we're going to get after Aaron Rodgers. We got one sitting there. Jordan Travis. Everybody forget this boy went undefeated with Florida State.
I mean, hey, listen, that's the quarterback I wanted pre-draft, and I'm definitely not going to start convincing myself he's the franchise quarterback, but I wish we can see him play, but we're not going to this year because he's
next year
redshirting.
I can see it. Because,
Not starting. I mean, competing, yeah, maybe.
And I hope that he picking every little detail. Not the way we losing, but I want him to pick every little detail. We had the easiest schedule this year, the first time in years.
Yeah, finally the schedule is in our favor, and we're not even able to take advantage of it.
And you think next year we're going to get that favorable schedule? No. They're going to slam us.
Yeah, the schedule is, I mean, we had a brutal schedule to start the season, and then we're about to enter the easiest part of our schedule. And we can't even beat the worst teams. You see that, Julio? Oh, we have a bad team on our schedule yesterday, and we are losing to the worst team in football, which makes us the worst team of football.
And that's the thing that got me crazy because I was surrounded with all my family yesterday.
That's embarrassing.
My brother-in-law, he's a big Cowboy fan. My wife, Eagles and Cowboy fan, and I got embarrassed. Embarrassed.
Yeah,
I couldn't talk trash to my brother-in-law.
I'm sorry, Julio, man.
Julio, keep your head up, bro.
We're all going to do this together, Julio.
These white hairs.
That's because of the Jets.
But I'm hoping the football god that he at least try to get that number 7. I'm hoping to the football god. And I'm hoping that the Yankees give them a spark of what they can do.
Hopefully. I mean, listen, I'm no Yankees fan, but they're down 0-2. New York's going down. The Mets lost. I mean, the Yankees are not out of it, but it's interesting. Great call from Julio there. And Great call as always from him. But listen, I just saw a stat of yesterday's game that just broke my brain, and I have to share it with people. I don't think you're ready for this. This just shows how bad the Jets are as an organization, because only the Jets. The New York Jets scored 20-plus points. They didn't turn the ball over, and they allowed fewer than 250 yards. In NFL history, teams are 750-1, including the playoffs when generating that box score. The only loss is the Jets yesterday. How do we lose that game? Let this sink in for a second. 750-0 with this.
750-0, dude. And then the Jets come into town. Like, bro, what the
If this isn't proof that we're cursed or something, Jack, there's something supernatural going on here.
That is the
750-0. And then here come the Jets, turning that donut to 1.
750.
This tells it all. I think this stat I don't know what the word to use, but it just recaps the season the best way you can possibly do.
Gosh, bro. That is unbelievable. 750-0.
I'm just going to let this sink in, folks.
Dude, this is the worst Jets season in the history of the franchise. I don't want to hear about 1-15 with Rich Kotite. I don't want to hear about Adam Gase. I don't want to hear about anybody else, bro. There it is, right there. 750-0 until the Jets.
I'm still trying to process this, because I was like doing my recap and I was looking at the box score. And I looked at Aaron Rodgers' stats. I looked at Garrett Wilson's stats. I looked at Breece Hall's stats. And I looked at Jacoby Brissett's. I looked at Stevenson's. I looked at their wide receivers. If you did not watch yesterday's game and you just looked at the box score of the players' stats and you didn't see the final score, you didn't watch the game, you'd be like, oh, the Jets won easily.
You'd be like, oh, it's impossible that the Jets lost.
Because let me just read it to you guys real quick. Throw your knowledge that the Jets lost out for a second. I just want to show you guys the optics of what I'm even talking about. How the Jets lost this game is unbelievable. Aaron Rodgers, 233 yards, 2 touchdowns. Brissett, 132 yards passing. And then got to bring up Drake May, had a rushing touchdown. Breece Hall, 80 yards on the ground. Stevenson, 48 yards on the ground, 2 touchdowns. Garrett Wilson, 113 yards receiving. Their leading receiver, 46 yards. Oh yeah, the Jets had a good game. They won this game, right? No! We can't even win when we move the... Oh, it's just ridiculous, Jack. I don't even know how it's possible. We find new ways to lose every week. Every week, the Jets had 336 total yards. The Patriots had 247 total yards. The Jets had 224 passing yards. The Patriots had 136 passing yards. The Jets had 5.9 yards per play. The Patriots had 3.9. I can keep going. The Jets beat the Patriots in every single category but points. And that's all that matters, by the way.
Yeah. And then, yeah, exactly. Who cares?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter, the yards. It's about who scores more points. My point is, the Jets, even when they play decent football, can't win.
Yep. And how many times did we have to watch either of the 2 quarterbacks that played for the Patriots yesterday scramble up the middle of the field with no defenders anywhere near them? You know, the stat line won't show anything like that. Stat line's not going to mention Greg Zerloin not doing his job, even though that's honestly the last thing on my mind. Yes, he's got to go. Yes, he's a bum. But, even though it is a huge problem, the least of our problems right now is the freaking kicker. Even though it is a problem, that's how many other problems we have, that we have a kicker that can't kick. And that's not even close to being our biggest problem. And that won't show up. Something like that won't be, mentioned when looking at, comparing our stats to their stats and all that crap. Because the only thing that matters is points scored, just like you said, dude.
The only thing that matters is points scored. And we're not scoring points. We're not scoring points. So that's the reality of it. And Jack, don't forget to check your text message. If I texted you. We got Bob up next. What's up, Bob?
How's it going, guys? Can you hear me?
How's it going, bro?
What's going on, dude?
All right. So Jack made a kind of crazy point right there that Greg Zuerlein is the least of our worries. Now think about this. He's kicking at a 60% clip. Now, name another kicker that's kicking at a 60% clip. We could have won the Denver game. We could have won the Bills game. We could have won yesterday's game. And we could have won the Vikings game. All because of Greg Zuerlein. Now, we could talk about how the offense isn't performing like it should. And we could talk about the defense performing like it should. But when you have a kicker kicking at a 60% clip, and most of these games coming down to a 3-point game, like he missed 4 points yesterday. He left 4 points out there, and we lost by 3. I just don't understand how that's not like a huge part of the problem.
Oh, it's a huge part of the problem, Bob. The issue is there's bigger problems outside of it. We're not undermining the kicker being an issue, but we can't just talk about the kicker and not talk about all the other issues. That's the thing.
Yeah.
We can't let Greg Zuerlein be the scapegoat here. We can't.
No, I understand that.
As bad as he is, there's a lot of issues beyond the kicker.
Did he miss the game-winning field goal in Denver?
Yeah, it was 50 yards. How come the Jets couldn't give him an easier shot? It was raining and 50 yards. Yeah, he missed it, but the Jets had an opportunity to get deeper in field goal range, and they did. And they also should have scored a touchdown, Bob. They shouldn't have been in that situation to begin with. They didn't score a touchdown that game, Bob. They didn't score a touchdown.
Listen, I'm not disagreeing with they should score touchdowns. But what do we know about Greg Zuerlein? We call him Greg the Leg, right?
Last year he was elite.
His whole thing was kicking 50-yard field goals. Now we're like excusing him from missing a 50-yard.
No one's excusing him. We're ripping him to shreds. We're all ripping Greg to shreds, Bob.
Hey,
Trust
listen,
me.
Can we just agree that if Greg Zuerlein made more than 75% of his kicks, that we would have won 3 to 4 more games?
That is a fact. Yes.
Yeah. Obviously,
that is true.
Bob,
We said that. We said that.
It's just
but we can't say that and just forget all the other things. That's the wrong with this team.
No. I don't. Listen, the Jets should have scored. I don't like the play calling. Like in the red zone, we're one of the worst teams in the red zone. Like when it comes to play calling, I don't understand why we don't use.
We can't rely on a field goal kicker to win games for us. We need to have an offense that scores touchdowns, okay? As much as I hate Greg Zuerlein and I want him off this football team, he should have been off the team last week. He's still on the team now. Get him off. I'm so sick of relying on a good kicker to win us football games, okay? We need to have an offense that can put up 24-plus points by scoring touchdowns, getting 6 points on the board. If you miss every single point after, good. Score touchdowns. Give me 3 to 4 touchdowns. This is the freaking NFL in the year of 2024. I don't want to sit there and rely on our kicker to win us a game with a 50-yard field goal. That's what I'm trying to say here. Yes, I even said it a half hour ago. Yeah, Jack, you know that if Greg Zuerlein hit his field goals, we'd probably be 5-2. That's true, but that does not dismantle the reality of this situation of this team.
And I said it's a problem, but to me, a bigger problem is our Hall of Fame quarterback playing like shit, our defense filled with talent playing like shit. Like, obviously, we need a kicker that can do his job, but is that more important than Aaron Rodgers playing like garbage, or the defense playing like garbage, or the running game still not being able to do anything through 8 games, or the offensive line being inconsistent week in and week out? Like, no, there's bigger problems than the kicker. And I'm not saying the kicker is not a problem. But this team is set up, or was supposed to be set up, to be blowing teams out, not having to rely on a freaking bum kicker to win the game. So yes, he missed the game-winning field goal in Denver, but is the bigger issue not the fact that our offense couldn't get in the fucking end zone, not that the kicker missed the field goal? So that's just where I'm at with that. But Bob, you're right. It's a glaring issue, but it is not the glaring issue when we have, once again, a Hall of Famer at quarterback who's not holding up his end of the bargain. Talent all over the defense not holding up their end of the bargain. A coaching staff and a general manager not holding up their ends of the bargain. So Greg Zuerlein is obviously a glaring issue, but this team has every issue you can imagine. And when you're comparing a quarterback to a freaking kicker, I just don't even want to say anything more. I do want to address this though. Neil with a $4.99 super chat. Sorry guys for being delusional on your stream. I get it. I wouldn't tolerate this nonsense either. I hope I'm not banned from future call-ins. Neil,
Never banned, brother.
Neil, we love you, bro. Like that was a great call. You were optimistic. Like we appreciate the optimism. You know, like you're never banned from the calls at all. Like, we love you. Keep joining.
And we also
the stream.
appreciate you trying to help us. Like that's all you're doing.
100%, dude. I just can't hear that today. So like we love you, Neil. You're the guy. You're a loyal caller. You're absolutely welcome every freaking time the call-in link is sent into the chat. And we love you, man. We hope you're never banned. It never. So
never.
Keep that.
And just know that
energy,
the anger that we may have presented on you wasn't you. It was the Jets.
Yeah. Like we have no problems with you, Neil. You're the guy. Like you are.
And you're also represent a team that we just can't stand.
Yeah.
That are just so good. And the Bills. So that's another thing there. So Neil, is never personal, brother.
Yeah, no.
And it's also like good-hearted. That just shows you the person you are. You're like, damn, bro, the Jets fans are not bad. I'm going to come on here and try to make them feel better about themselves. And you tried.
Yeah,
and
that's
all that matters.
You're the man. All love. That's more me being a little baby today than you doing anything wrong. So absolutely all love to you, Neil. You're never banned from future call-ins.
Flick Shorts with the super chats. Give us the super chats. Richie, I got clips now. I said be careful. Flicks, I'd never be careful, brother. I don't know how much you have to realize that I don't need to be careful because I'm 110% authentic when I'm on the camera. I'm not going to be careful because I know people are going to be clipping me. I don't care about being clipped. First of all, there's nothing you can clip from me this past week that you could prove me wrong because I said the Jets will hopefully win the game. If that's a clippable moment, congrats on you. But like I had no high expectations heading into this game. Everyone's like, oh, Richie, the Jets are going to kill the Patriots. I'm like, are you sure? And yeah, I went crazy during the game. And if that's what you're referring to, clipping me, good. I deserve to be clipped. I deserve to get clowned. I want a clown mask to put on my face. I freaking bought a Devontae Adams jersey. I might as well buy a clown costume.
I couldn't believe that because I didn't even know you bought one. But
that was part of the character. You know what I mean, Jack? That was like, you know what? I'm gonna wear this and look like an idiot on my show.
I couldn't believe that when I turned on your stream yesterday. And I saw you in that jersey. I'm like, oh my God, dude, he did it again. He did it.
That was my last straw.
Again, bro. You did it again. It's crazy.
Because, it's you're all in. I do all this team. I just do all this for my team. Also, bring it offensive-minded coach, Ben Johnson or even Kellen Moore. Please not Kellen Moore, okay? No to Kellen Moore. That's such a typical Jets hire if they've hired him. Ben Johnson, absolutely.
Yeah, I'll go with Ben Johnson. The only thing I don't want is, a defensive coach. I think I think that's kind of run its course in the NFL today, man.
You know what we need, though, Jack? We need a program builder. We don't need a brilliant offensive mind.
A guy like Harbaugh.
Defensive, yeah, exactly.
A guy like Harbaugh goes to LA, and yeah, they're 4-3. They're obviously above 500, but they're like an average team. They have Justin Herbert, who's an air it out first kind of guy. Harbaugh arrives to LA. He's like, we're establishing culture. We're running this goddamn football. They're running the ball more than they're passing the ball, and they're 4-3. They're figuring it out. Harbaugh is implementing the culture that he wants to implement in a team like the Chargers, and they're going to figure it out. Obviously, another year, maybe 2 years down the road with this pairing of Herbert and Harbaugh, yeah, they're going to start to air it out a lot more. But right now, Harbaugh is doing his thing as he envisioned, and they're doing well. They're 4-3. Their season's cranking along while we're freaking 2-6. They've already enjoyed a bye week, so they obviously have played one less game than us.
Pete Carroll as like not even the head coach, but like as like the head of the football operations, and then let's let him hire a coach, and let's just get somebody that has experience of building a program, a franchise, an organization of competence, a culture. I also just like, I'll be honest, Ben Johnson's sparkly and he's fun, but I don't even want. Like, if we hire Ben Johnson, I'd be excited 100%. But I also am sick and tired of hiring people that's never been a coach before. Like, I feel like this Jets team needs a guy that's been a head coach in this league and not a first year. Like, I'm sick of hiring first-year coordinators because who knows? What if Ben Johnson's a glorified offensive coordinator like Cliff Kingsbury? What if he's a glorified defensive coordinator like Robert Saleh? I mean, there's so many examples of people that are excellent coordinators, but brutal head coaches.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that's who Ben Johnson will be because he is like unbelievable and I want him. But that's just, if there was one thing that would make me worried about a guy like Ben Johnson. It's that.
And then you have a guy like Nathaniel Hackett, who's neither a great coach or a great coordinator, who's just finessing NFL teams out of millions of dollars somehow. Like, can I have his job? I play Madden. Can I make a couple mil this year for doing jack shit? That'd be nice.
It's beyond incompetent. And I don't know. It's crazy. We're going to be back to square one thinking of the coach, and we're going to be thinking, oh, should we draft a quarterback? Like,
unbelievable.
A-Rod is past his prime, and the defense don't care or stop any team. Wish they can change and do something to win games. Yeah, that ship has sailed.
And unfortunately, Brandon the Ruiner, you make some valid points. A-Rod is certainly past his prime, and the defense, you know, watching Drake May and then freaking Jacoby Brissett, the statue that he is, run at will over the middle of the field, gain first downs with their legs. Watching Hunter Henry turn into Travis Kelce yesterday. He didn't have a monster game, but anytime, you know, a clutch pass on third down was needed, felt like it went right to Hunter Henry, and Hunter Henry had no problems beating the Jets defense at will yesterday. So yeah, I mean, just complete frustration on both sides of the ball.
I love how, like, if the Jets just got the 4th and goal stop at the 1 yard line, how everything would feel different right now. Not from the standpoint of, oh, we're going on a run. That's not what I'm saying. But, like, we would be coming away with, all right, we escaped a terrible nightmare. But no,
and we could say for the first time in forever that we swept the New England Patriots.
Yeah, like that would have, exactly. Like that would have felt great. Like, even if we beat the Patriots and then we lose, like, against the Texans, and then we finish the season with 6 or 7 wins, like, at least we'd be like, all right, we beat the Patriots. We got that monkey off our back. But nope, they're back. They're back. And they're probably going to sweep us next year or something based off of what I'm seeing. Even though they suck, by the way, but we're just as bad. That's the reality of it.
Listen, bro, I'm going to head out. I got to start my day. But thank you, as always, for having me. Thank you to everybody in the chat. Thank you to all the callers. Love you all. I don't even want to say JETS, Jets, because I hate them, and they don't deserve my spirit, my support. Certainly no more of my money. Got way too many of these jerseys, freaking hats, hoodies.
You didn't get your Devontae jersey yet?
No.
What about Hassan Reddick?
No. You mean my least favorite player to ever be in a Jets uniform? No. I won't be buying his jersey. Who was, by the way, invisible yesterday along with the rest of the freaking defensive line.
Elite debut.
Garbage. All right, Richie, I love you, bro. Love everybody.
Thank you, Jack, for coming on here for the hour and a half. Much love to you, brother. Enjoy the rest of your day. Try to do something that's not Jets related for me.
Right to the guitar, baby.
Some Black Ops 6.
Love you guys. A little bit of Black Ops 6 in there, but right now I'm going right to the Stratocaster.
Enjoy, brother. You deserve it.
Thank you. Peace out, boys.
Peace out, man. All right, man. Jack is out of here, but we're still taking some callers. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Much love to you guys. Flick Short says, can you let me in the link? The link was in the chat. I'm sure it should be pinned at the top of the chat. At least the Knicks and Nets won this weekend. At least we got New York basketball back. Brooklyn Nets all the way, right, LaSalle? No, Knicks. But yeah, congrats to your Nets. Quantez time. Yeah, I mean, they're not benching Sauce. I mean, let's be honest. They're not benching Sauce or DJ Reed. That'll never happen. Then get a great college coach. Yeah, I mean, we got to do something different, right? You guys need Vrabel. Aaron is not even solid, sadly. Yeah, Mike Vrabel is definitely going to be a guy that we're going to be leaning on for the head coaching position. All right, let's get into some more callers. We got King Jamie. Jamie the Mad. Hey, man.
Hey, buddy.
How are you?
I'm not going to try to glaze it. I'm not going to frost it. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. That sucks, dude. That sucks. I had high hopes, man.
You were right there with us with the hope.
Yeah, man, I was the whole time, But I got to remind you, remember in the offseason, before even preseason started, I told you not this year. It's next year. This year's going to be for fixing a couple of things, adding a couple of things, changing some pieces, and next year you guys go on a big run. That was my prediction. I think I'm not far off. I think maybe it'd be pretty cool if you guys got like Gruden or somebody as head coach. That would be sick as shit, man. You guys would have a ring before you knew it. Geez, is Eric Bieniemy still around? Maybe you guys could get him. I mean, there are guys out there that could change the culture. And yeah, Devontae Adams said it to the guys, but maybe the guys need something else. I don't know what it is. I'm not a guru or anything. It does really suck, though, man. I wanted the Jets to really make you happy this year, Richie. I mean,
Me too.
I
I know
can't.
you did.
Yeah,
And I appreciate your always supporting me, supporting Jack, supporting this channel, supporting the Jets when you
dude,
don't need to. I mean, you're a Chiefs
always.
fan, of people that don't know, and he has no reason to believe and trust us, but he does that every single stream. So, Jamie, really do appreciate everything that you've done and continue to do.
Shoot,
So, thank
man.
you so much, my brother.
Dude, I'm amazed with you getting the credentials and everything and how far you've gone. I've gotten to sit here and watch it, man. It's been great. I
Thank you, man.
realize that the Jets are letting you down, and that's heartbreaking, bro.
Yeah,
But
to say the
honestly, your
least.
fans, dude, and I'm not talking about Jets fans. I'm talking about Richie's fans. Richie's fans need you to stay upbeat, bro, because they rely on you, man. I rely on you.
I've
You're the only
noticed.
place I go for my Jets news, bro.
Yeah,
And
I think my rant has affected some people. I've noticed some people responding saying, "Wow, if they broke Richie, we're done," because that
I
was the last
mean,
straw.
they can't break you, bro. I've watched you too long. They've been trying to break
They,
you for
I
years,
think,
bro.
I think, I think I needed to get broken the way that I got broken to get built back up stronger than I've ever been, Jamie. That's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah, it'll be all right, dude. I think a couple of changes. I think Rogers is having a rough time. Maybe he shouldn't have been skipping all those camps and everything. He should have probably been there getting it dialed in with his team. You know, I mean, Mahomes brings all of his guys on vacation with him.
Yeah,
And yeah, he's still sucking this year, but he's still novel. He's still getting it done. We got a good defense. The Chiefs are looking good, but that's not what I wanted. I wanted the Chiefs to be the Chiefs and the Jets to come and push us down. You know, I mean,
yeah.
you're the only team that I will put up with losing to.
Mm,
I just,
it's true.
man, I love you guys. I love the whole Jets family out there. Everybody's awesome. When I came to the game with you, so many cool people. You guys deserve better, and I really think it's your owner, man. I think your owner's
Ah,
screwing this up.
you
Just
you know
maybe
it.
he,
You know it just as
yeah,
much as
man.
me.
He reminds me of the freaking Raiders owner. Just they don't have any idea what the hell they're doing, and they probably need to just stay out of it and let a coach take over and do his thing.
Yeah.
I was kind of
Well,
disappointed seeing Salah go. Salah
yeah, me too.
Salah reminds me a lot of Steve Spagnuolo. You know, Spags tried. He tried to be head coach. He sucked at it too. Maybe go back to being a DC and get a whole bunch of
Oh,
rings, baby.
Salah's gonna be a great DC next year for whatever team he goes to. We all know that. He's just not
Right,
a good head coach,
right.
and he never will be, in my
Yeah,
opinion. But he's gonna be a
yeah,
phenomenal DC, just
exactly,
like
man.
Spags. You're right.
I mean, he was
So
tripping. He was tripping up a little bit, but he was trying. And hey, kudos for trying. Sometimes it just doesn't work. I hope Salah does great somewhere. If I didn't have Spags, I'd take Salah in a heartbeat, dude.
yeah.
But
Well,
only as
I
DC,
appreciate
not as
you
head coach.
for kind of bringing some perspective, and all your support means a lot to me, Jamie. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And
When you
can't
get
thank you
your
enough for everything.
ESPN show, I wanna I wanna call in once.
Oh, I promise you will be. You will be, man. Much
Awesome,
love to
man.
you, King
Keep your
Jamie.
chin up, bro. Keep your chin up. It's gonna be better. Next year is the year. It wasn't this year. I already
Next
told you
year's the
that a
year.
long time ago, bud. Yeah, yeah, it'll be
Well, much
good.
love to you. Next year's the year. Maybe we just needed to rip apart this team and face the worst season of my life in order to see the light. I don't know. I mean, that's the only way I can kind of justify everything. So we're going to get to more of your callers, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button, but I do have to use the restroom. I've been drinking a lot of water this morning, so I'll be back in like literally 60 seconds. Don't go anywhere, guys. Don't leave. I know people are going to leave now, but don't leave. I'll be right back. All right. We're back. I noticed that 2 people left. That is a record, man. Usually when I leave for a second, people leave. I mean, come on. Usually, just to add some perspective here, you turn on the radio, ESPN radio, you turn on WFAN, there's a commercial break every 7 or 10 minutes. And you turn on ESPN TV, NFL Network, there's a commercial break. These guys that go on, they get some breaks. I was just live for an hour and 34 minutes with 0 breaks. So sorry if I took a 60-second break. But we're back, and that's all that matters. Okay? You know what, actually? I'm going to refill my coffee, which will take 1 second. I got to refill it. I got it. I appreciate you guys being patient with me. I really do. Allowing your boy to get some coffee, man. Shout out to Roundtable Sports, the mug. I didn't even eat breakfast yet, by the way. So probably should just eat this real quick. Little breakfast bar. I'm down bad, man. I really am. I'm down so bad right now. But I got to get down bad in order to get Bill back up. That's how I'm living through it. Let's get into some calls, man. Oh. JT.
Yo.
What's up, brother?
Everything but the Jets record, man. Everything but the Jets record.
Yeah, man. There's no more Jets apparel for you. You're all in World Series mode.
Hey,
as
man.
you should,
yeah.
by the way.
I got it. Yeah, today's the first day I didn't rock the Jets coffee mug in a long while, man. Yesterday was just painful. Yesterday was painful, man.
Yeah, man. It's Roundtable Sports mug. No Jets mug for me.
I actually have to cop myself one of those. I do like myself some coffee mugs. But man, this is an issue from top to bottom, man. Owner, GM, head coach, coordinators, Rodgers, Zerline. Rodgers is washed, man. I think it's safe to say he's washed at this point.
Oh, yeah,
His
for sure. Especially for his standards, yeah.
Dude, he was missing them short throws. He was looking like Zach Wilson back there. That's what he reminded me of. Them hard zip passes he can hit, but everything he needs to lob up, like a deep ball he needs to lob up, a little touch pass to the flat, he misses those bad, dude. He wasn't giving Devontae a chance on somewhere Devontae was open. This is a big issue, man. This is a Rodgers issue. This is an everything issue. Where do you think we even go from here? Like, do you think Vrabel's a move? Because, like, I prefer an offensive mind, but, like,
I think we need a program builder.
Huh?
That's what I think we need a program builder that just knows how to establish a winning culture. Whether that's Vrabel, whether that's Ben Johnson, maybe that's somebody that we're even not even considering right now. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, like, I just don't know if hiring the hot coordinator is what this team needs currently, just based off of years. Not to say I don't want Ben Johnson or I don't want Vrabel, but, like, Vrabel has head coach experience. So, like, he's kind of definitely at the top of my list. But there's a lot of other guys that we're probably going to be talking about as well. And I just wanted this hire to be the right guy, JT, because when we brought Saleh in, every Jets fan was hopeful that he was going to be our guy. And 3.5 years later, he's not.
Yeah, man, we need an offensive mind in here. This is an offensive league at this point, man. And these defensive coordinators seem like they're in over their heads. Like, I don't know, man. This is rough here, but we definitely need to go somewhere offensive mind because, like I said, this age in the NFL is offense. It's offense driven.
100%.
Every team is putting up points. I mean, we're the. You brought up, I think it was Jack brought up earlier. Someone brought up earlier. Last time we swept the Pats was 2000. That's ridiculous. This should have been the year. Like this is a low point for us, man.
The lowest, hopefully. That's
dude.
Well,
it's
JT,
crazy.
as much as I hate the Yankees, good luck to your Yankees for your stake, man. Because I appreciate
Thanks, brother.
you.
And also, I wanted to say congratulations on the NFL credentials, man. Even though this season hasn't gone how it wanted, this could be the beginning. You know what? It's a new beginning, man. You got credentials now, and it's only up from here, man. We can't get lower.
That's true, JT. I'm trying to find some positive. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate the love. Shout out to JT. And yeah, man, I got Jets. I got not Jets. Not yet, at least. At least I hope. That's the next thing is I got NFL credentials through Roundtable Sports. For those guys that don't know what that means, you have to apply for NFL credentials through an affiliate like a radio station or ESPN. And luckily, a company that I've been building with my two partners, and TD Finstock and Dan Mitchell, we were able to get credentials through Roundtable Sports. That's a huge deal. That means that I'm going to be able to go to big NFL events, and this is going to level up everything. So I'm going to take my career serious, man, because the Jets are not making me feel serious, and this is a big deal for my career. So hopefully this is the beginning of something. Hopefully it's the beginning of something, man. Thank you guys for all the congratulations. Hopefully I can get approved for these events. That's the next step. How about Matt Campbell from Iowa State? I don't know, man. I want someone with NFL experience. I know that he's a good guy, but I don't know. How about Matt? I don't know. Someone asked if we're going to be at Radio Row. I've never done this before, Zach. This is my first. I literally got the credentials last week. That's a goal, is to go to Radio Row for sure. I just don't know how it's work. I mean, this is my first time having it. I'm going to try to go to Radio Row. I'm going to try to go to the Super Bowl. I'm going to try to go to the draft. I'm going to try to go to the Combine. I don't know what this entails, but I do have access to the NFL media portal now with my username. I'm like, wow, I could look at all this stuff. You guys should see it. It's pretty cool. But yeah, you guys are going to be with me through it all. So I appreciate you guys. All right. Well, this next caller, V-Man!
What's up?
You're all live, man. The Jets make you fall asleep, dude. I don't blame you. I'm sorry. Did I wake you up from a nice dream or a nightmare?
I would say that would be the most painful thing I experienced yesterday, but I had to see a lousy comedian called Puerto Rico an island of garbage.
Oh, man. V-Man, I'm sorry I just woke you up from a nap. You deserve
Well, no, it's
some
all right.
rest.
I was just waiting. I was waiting for my turn anyway. But this is just frustrating. I mean, your stat says it all. Like, only the Jets could lose that game. It's like, only the Jets keep a kicker around who's clearly shot. That any other team in the world, any other pro football team is going to kick to the curb. Only the Jets keep him around. Only the Jets would run this way. Only the Jets could lose this way. It's just frustrating. After this year, it just felt like you finally had it, especially you start the season, rough loss, San Francisco, but then you come back, you win against Tennessee, you have the dominating win versus New England, you feel like you finally got it, and it all comes crumbling down, and here we are.
Well, V-Man, it's good to see you. It's not good to see you in the state of depression, because I'm right there with you, and I wish nothing but the best for you, man, and I love you, brother. V-Man, I appreciate you. Everything that you've done. I do.
No,
only up from here, V-Man.
What?
Only up from here, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
Only up.
Let's hope.
That's my mantra. Everyone's like, "Oh, Richie, are you kidding me? It's the Jets. Only down from here." No. I'm not ready to accept that, V-Man. Okay? I'm hopeful this is the floor, and we're going up from here, which will take a long time, but we'll see.
No, we
so
just
some rest.
need to get a real. I just think we just need a real coach. We had the buddy coach, and I think now you just need that discipline.
It's true. Well, you get some rest, my man. You deserve to have a nice day of rest and restoration, my man. So much love to V-Man. I'm sorry I had to wake you up from your slumber. You didn't deserve to get woken up, but now you can go back to sleep because you deserve it. I love you, V-Man. Everybody shout out V-Man in the chat, man. One of the loyal Jets fans on this channel, and much love to him. Much love to him, man. All right. Oh, this is brutal. This is a Jets therapy session. This is a pure Jets therapy session, man. You guys come on here and speak your truth. Let's get it, man. All right, up next, we got the Grinder. What's up, man? Let's go Knicks. Yeah, baby.
Yep, going for the Knicks. I'm not gonna tell you the history. They stink.
Yeah, we don't need to know the history today. We know the history. I tell you that.
I'm not gonna talk about me. No. If y'all want to go in the past, Jet Media podcast in the past, you see me. I'm not gonna get into that.
We're defeated.
I did my rant last night on my channel. Y'all go underrated dog. Y'all go check it out. For me, it is this that I feel Jack pain. I'm part of Jimmy. I feel the pain. You know, when when is going to be a time, right? And congratulations to you, brother. Much support, much love to you and everything.
Thank you, brother.
I'm really proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you, man.
I want people to understand in the chat that y'all usually know I talk, but when are we going to finally celebrate something?
One day. I refuse to believe it'll be never. I don't know when.
I'm optimistic too, but I gotta be reality too. But I'm going to talk about this shit. I'm just saying this that when you got Rock talking about the darkness, we don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah, man. You got to find comfort with the darkness.
I don't want to come with no darkness. We trying to get away from the darkness.
Got to embrace it.
And all this stuff is happening right here. Everybody, I'm telling people, like the Jet. Woody Johnson. If you hearing us, I don't give a damn. If you hear, once you bring some form of Jet play, bring Rex Ryan, bring something to shake them up. Do something. All phase of this football team, of organization, it stinks. You act like y'all don't care at all. I'm talking about John. You act like you don't care. Y'all doing this. No. We supposed to beat the Patriots 751. Am I correct? Did I read it right?
You read it right, the number one grinder, and I'm happy you just reminded me of that stat, because if you guys just came in today, you guys got to look at this stat. And I'm so happy to know the number one grinder. Great call as always. Shout out to the number one grinder. Always bringing the juice, bringing the energy. Look at this stat. I'm happy he reminded me of this nonsense. Look at this. The New York Jets scored 20-plus points. They didn't turn the ball over. And they allowed fewer than 250 yards. Usually, teams are 750-0. But then the Jets came into town. How do you lose this way? Because you look at the box score, it doesn't make sense how the Jets lost. But the Jets lost because they just figure out new ways to win. I'm sorry, new ways to lose. New ways to lose, man. They find new ways to lose. And everybody had the Jets winning this game because the Patriots are that bad. But the one thing we didn't consider is that we're just as bad as the Patriots. And that one hurts. That one hurts. Let's get into more callers. Flicks.
What's up, Richie?
Cam Ward. Trade to a train. How you doing, brother?
Doing good, man. Congrats on the NFL credentials from all three of you guys.
Thank you, brother.
Congrats.
Appreciate that.
Yep. Doing more bigger things,
Yes, sir.
I like that. But hey, man, I really didn't want to make any clips. I was really like.
What is it from my live reaction?
It was that too, and some other clips.
All right, I'm excited for it Wednesday.
But I don't know how to feel. We lost against a bad team, which we're supposed to win. But I'm almost happy that we lost. I know that's a bad thing, but
you've been off the Tua wave for a minute, so.
Oh yeah,
you want Cam Ward
2021. Since 2021. But hopefully I can see all four of you guys on Wednesday. Get to talk to you guys, and just Aaron Rodgers washed. Number one thing, because I saw that game, I saw it, and he was kind of misfiring throws. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, man.
He's misfiring throws. But everyone's gonna say that this is Tua's first game back. I don't want to hear that. We never gave that for Skyler, Huntley, or Tim Boyle. I don't want to hear that.
It's true.
All these Tua fans, bro. I don't want to hear that.
We'll
I'm
see
sorry,
if
man.
TD speaks
Yeah.
the truth this week or not, because we know where TD really lies. So,
Hey, man.
we'll flicks. We'll appreciate you. I'll see you Wednesday, and I'm excited
Yep.
for the clips you made of me.
All right, man.
Make sure you clip TD though, because I want to laugh as well
So
of just
I
his
don't
live
know.
reaction to the losses. I need that.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know.
All right, brother. Much love to you. Brutal. Shout out to Flicks, Dolphins fan. Another Dolphins fan's next, Mr. Glenn. Glenn, you gonna talk me off the bridge? I mean, what are you gonna do now? Glenn, why are you asking me how I'm doing? You know how I'm doing.
Well, just as good as me, so don't feel bad.
How are you doing, Glenn? Just as bad?
Man, you know what's so bad about this is when we got this, before this season started, we're like, hey, both these teams have talent on them. They have talent.
Getting a lot of.
And to be at 2-5, 2-6, whatever it is, well, I don't even care now. It is despicable to be this. I mean, Miami and the Jets have a problem. They are weak teams. They are weak. As in, if anything goes wrong, they're like, they just fold.
Yeah.
They just fold.
They don't handle adversity well. And adversity is a chance to kind of respond and resolve and get better, but they do the opposite.
Yeah. I mean, as soon as Miami got that safety, I had a feeling the game was over. Tua should have just let them tackle it and let them take the touchdown. At least they got the ball back and had a 3-point lead.
Nope, he did a great job kicking that ball out of the end zone.
Yeah, he should have left them tackle it and had it and got the ball and then worried about next. But the Jets in Miami are just weak. We're so weak-minded. These teams are, and it comes down to the coaching. I hate to say it is all about coaching and putting your players in the correct position to win.
Mm-hmm.
Now, where I think Miami and Jets messed up is if you look back in the 20s and 21s and stuff, we were building through the draft. And then we went all in garbage. We went this all in garbage instead of keep building through the draft. And we went in all this all in garbage. Now the problem is, now you have to sell the good players that you had that's coming up on their 4 years. And because you brought in all these older players. And you ain't gonna be able to sign all your young players.
It's true, Glenn. You're rubbing salt in a wound.
I mean, I'm just saying that's for Miami too.
Yeah, it's true. And I feel like the fact that we're both down. I mean, the AFC's roundtable is going to be interesting. Just Glenn, Glenn's coming on here.
Hey, I see you tonight. Hey, don't forget tonight we do have autographs now. Don't forget to tell the people about autographs.
Well, Glenn, thank you so much for reminding me because we need Jets fans to not give up on me and not stop supporting the roundtable. So, Glenn, thank you so much, man. I'm going to remind the people now. Much love to Glenn, one of, if not the most loyal followers of the roundtable. And we're very, very fortunate to have Glenn part of it. We're going to be live on the AFC's roundtable later tonight, man, but it's going to be exclusively on the Autograph app. If you guys want to do us a favor, download the Autograph app. I'm going to put the link right now in the chat. And the Autograph app is an opportunity for you guys to support the AFC's roundtable, and we would appreciate if you guys can come through. It'll be live at 6 p.m. on the Autograph app. You're going to hear me, Matt O'Leary, will be the other Jets creator on there with me. So please do us a favor, guys. It goes a long way. I know that you guys are Jets fans and non-Jets fans, and you're over, but a great way to support not Jets media, this is supporting directly Roundtable Sports, is by simply clicking that link, downloading the Autograph app with that code, RTS. That really goes a long, long way, more than you guys know. We're really trying to build something with Roundtable Sports. It's the reason why I got credentials is because of Roundtable Sports. And we're trying to basically fund the company enough to keep it flowing. And I don't get a dime from Roundtable Sports. I'm being a buck with you guys. All the money that we make on Roundtable Sports goes right back into the business to operate the business, to pay our creators, to pay the great people that we have employed under Roundtable Sports. I don't get paid a dime as an owner because I'm sacrificing the money to make this thing possible, to build something special. So if you guys can do us a favor, it's free. Just download the Autograph app. I just put the link in the chat. Just click that link, download it to your phone, make an account with the code RTS. It will go a long, long way. So shout out to you guys that supports what we're building at Roundtable Sports because it's been a joy. It's been a joy. Today is going to be a dark day. I got to embrace the darkness, I guess, according to Aaron Rodgers. I'm embracing it, all right. That's all right. Not fun, but I'm embracing it. Now we got to go back to the drawing board all over again. So let's get into some more callers and open up this Jets therapy session deeper. We got John up next. How's it going, John?
Richie, congratulations on getting your credentials, buddy. Well deserved.
Thank you, John.
You know, and
Thank
it's
you, John.
great that you spread your wings because you spread your wings in other areas because, you know, the Jets are going to make you insane, you know, if you,
Literally.
you know, focus on all of it. I'm serious because I've seen like a couple of content creators, like literally their mental health and their physical health is deteriorating because they spend all their time, you know, on their team. But it's much deserved. But I want to just say, I hope you accept my new role in Jets Nation as Jets personal therapist.
There you go.
You know, I'll always be here for Jets media, even though this franchise will go to hell. I mean, until Woody sells this franchise, I will never support this team again. Never. That's just the thing. If you don't have a good owner, you don't have squat. You know. I mean, at least James Dolan was at least smart enough to stay out of the way and get proper management, a proper GM to build the Knicks. You know, the thing is, Woody always meddles in everything. And I told you last year about nepotism, about, you know, people who were born into wealth, who basically screw everything up because they don't know anything about anything because they've been spoiled and that's Woody. He's messed up Johnson and Johnson. He's messed up the Jets. The only way the Jets, go forward is if Woody sells the team, and it's not impossible if there's boycotts and things done right. I mean, Dan Snyder was saying he wasn't going to sell the Commanders for a long time, and they, they pushed him out, but to me, it's never going to change until this clown is gone, because it's going, he's going to continue to meddle into decisions where he has no business meddling in, because he's a buffoon. He's a world-class buffoon, and this is going to continue to happen, until he's gone, in my opinion. I mean, I knew that once Aaron tore his Achilles, that this team karmically was screwed, and I was done then. But I wanted to see what happens this year, and this was the final nail in the coffin for me. But I will, like I said, I will always be here for Jets fans.
Thank you, man.
And I will, and in my new role, I mean, to be there and help you guys understand this, because I've seen this shit for 40 years. I know what to, I've seen it all with this team, and it will never change until Woody's gone. I'll let you go because I know you have a ton of callers. Thank you so much for letting me vent, and best of luck to you, man. You're a rising star, buddy, and big things are ahead of you. Just don't let the Jets bring you down, buddy.
I appreciate that, John.
That's my only advice for you.
Thank you, John. Very, very well appreciate that call. Very well appreciate the kind words. I will not let this Jets team get to me too much. I will let them get to me, because that's what you have to do as a fan. But I won't let it break me to the core, where I'm going to stop making content. I'm going to stop doing what I do, because I love this shit too much to let this team just deteriorate me from the career that I'm trying to build for myself. But yeah, I mean, John spoke the truth there. It just takes a lot for me to handle. I got so many people like clowning me and supporting me, and I just got to focus on the support and not the clowns, because when you put yourself out there in the media, like I do, you become very vulnerable to a lot of different opinions. And you know, when you're out there, and I know I got my core supporters, and you guys are the ones listening right now are my core supporters, and other people not watching, but you know, it takes a lot of mental discipline, mental fortitude to push through and focus on the goods, focus on the positives, right? And, you know, we do got to embrace this darkness. It's true. We got to make peace with it and realize that this is the darkest that hopefully will ever be. That's my little bit of, if there's anything optimistic I'm going to spin on this stuff, is that I'm hoping this is the bottom, because I really don't see a world, like, for example, if we go into next season and we draft a quarterback, we have a new head coach, and we suck next year, it's not going to feel as bad as it feels right now because of the expectations that we put on this team. That's the biggest thing. People are like, oh, Rich, you think this is the worst game? You think this is the worst season? Try doing this for 50 years and seeing this, Rich Kotite, all that. I know I didn't live through it, but this is the worst experience I've had as a fan. That's my point. Thank you to John for that call. We got Josh up next. What's up, Josh?
Yo, what's up, Richie, man?
Drive safe, brother.
I ain't got that much to say, man. Oh shit, I ain't got that much to say because I really said what I had to say in my last call, man. But this is exactly what I was saying, man. My last call, like, we don't know what to do. Woody Johnson don't know what he's doing, and it's just the Jets, man. We just curse, man. Like, that's all it is. Like, we can have everything perfect, the perfect roster, perfect everything, and it's still gonna go bad. So, man, I was done after the Broncos game, man. Hopefully we can turn stuff around. I don't know what year that's gonna be. Hopefully sooner than later, man. But yeah, this is the worst it's ever been. I've been a Jets fan for however long I've been a Jets fan for, man, and this is the worst ever, man. Like it's crazy because 2015 when we had Brandon Marshall and Eric Decker, that was the last year that we recruited a whole bunch of veterans and almost did something because we lost that last game to the Bills and didn't make the playoffs that year. And that was the last of it, man. We are not going to see a Jets team like that or previous years from 2009, 2010 in a long time, man. Like, I've been broken, man. But I'm going to keep watching the Jets, keep watching football, man. I love the Jets, man. But, hey, man, it hurts, man. But, hey, if you're mentally strong
much
for
love
this
to
team,
you, brother.
man, then
Much love to you, brother.
if you're mentally strong for this team, man, you're going to keep being a true Jets fan, man. But one year is going to be our year. And once that year comes, man, like, it's going to be the craziest year as a Jets fan, man. So that's all I got for you, Richie, man. I seen your rant, man. Hopefully you're mentally strong for this, man. And I hope that you're good, man. So all love, man. Go Jets. That's all I got.
Thank you, Josh. Much love to you. And I am mentally okay. I mean, that rant needed to that was a healthy rant. I mean, watching that, it don't look healthy. You watch the rant, you're like, damn, Richie is not okay. But I needed that. I needed to let that out. I needed to let that out to the world for my own sanity. I feel better after that because that was just a lot of built up explosion that needed to happen. You know, that's what that was. I'm okay, though. Don't you guys worry about my mental health because I've done a lot of inner work for years, 5 years and counting, to build myself up for moments like this. Not just sports, but anything in life, you know, relationship, family, work, any adversity that strikes. I really have a good perspective of life. And trust me, I'm not going to let the Jets ruin my mental. I'm going to get pissed by them. I'm going to be happy by them. That's my one thing that's out of my control emotionally, but I'm very comfortable with my own emotions. And I will be going to find my goose friend later when I go on my nice nature walk. And maybe I'll go live in nature again. That'll be my new thing. Because if you guys missed it, last week I went on a nature walk and I decided to go live on my nature walk and I made a friend with a goose. And that's how down bad I am. That's how down bad I am. Got to put things in perspective. There's bigger things in life than the Jets, but at the same time, this is my career, and I'm not afraid to admit it that I love what I do, and I'm emotionally invested in this team. I'm emotionally invested in what I've been building, and I can't control that the Jets are bad. I can't control if the Jets turn it around. All I do is just hype up this team for them to make me look like an imbecile, and I'll continue to look like an imbecile as long as it makes me feel good. that's that. NY Jets Indies up next.
Hey, what's up, Richie? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you, brother.
Man, first off, man, congrats on your credentials, man.
Thank you, brother.
Congratulations, man. And we
Much
all
love.
going through it. We are all going through it, man. What I appreciate about Jet fans is that it sucks right now, but here we are, man. We still here. And man, just watching that game yesterday, it just this hurts. Out of all the seasons, I'm 32, and I've been a Jet fan since I was 7. Time like yesterday when I was at a bar watching the game, that was the first time I ever was just embarrassed to wear my jersey. I've been to I flew out to games when we were 4-11, 3 and like when we were out of it. I went to games, but yesterday was the worst because I just saw an uninspired team, just uninspired, no tackling, no pride. Sauce, I mean Sauce giving up plays to Booty, and he's getting beat by a running back, and he's playing 10 yards off.
Yeah, bro.
I just and then I guess I'm looking forward. I'm looking like next year, like who's gonna want to come here and coach this team? I feel like that we're not gonna get the quality of coach that's needed to turn this around. Because if I'm a coach, I'm gonna go to Jacksonville or I'm gonna go to another organization before I pick here.
Yeah, that's true.
I was just, man, I was just hoping that we pulled that game out and maybe we could beat Houston. And it's just like, I'm gonna always bleed green. It's Jets to the end, and I'll be on the huddle and the round table. But it sucks, man.
You're my guy, man. I appreciate the support, regardless of the Jets on all the different platforms. And just keep your head up, brother. Keep your head up. NY Jets Indy, excellent call there. Much love to you. Much love to everybody tuning in, man. Thank you for that call. Because it's crazy because you look at the coaching candidates and now you question, do these coaches even want to come here? Brandon the Ruiner with the $10. Jets go after way too many washed-up Green Bay Packers players over the years. Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, Randall Cobb, and now Devontae Adams. Need younger guys in the draft to make a team great again. We do have young, good players from the draft, but they're just getting wasted. But yeah, obviously we thought that a blend of the former Packers players and this young talent would mesh well, and they're not meshing well. Thank you for the $10, Brandon the Ruiner. Much love to you, my man. And it's frustrating, to say the least. I do appreciate that super chat, and we're going to have a whole reset. We must laugh. This is the only way to get through this. I agree. We must just laugh. Laugh our way through it. We got the last caller. Neil, are you there?
Hey, Richie. This is Neil from the event. How are you, man? Hope you're
how's it
hanging in
going,
there,
Neil?
bro. All right,
How you
man.
doing, bro?
Good, man. Hey, look, bro. I feel bad for you, bro. I'm from New Jersey, and I don't like seeing you guys this way either. I'll be straight up with you, bro. It's Woody. We could talk about Aaron Rodgers, right? I'm sorry, you guys should have never paid him that, but I mean, it is what it is. You guys know now he's not even a solid quarterback. He got his receivers. You got everyone you need. 2 number ones and a Lazard. Yo, bro, if you want to throw away Adams over here, I would love to give May to Adams, Uh, but it's like, and you guys have such a beautiful defense. I would love Gardner. Any one of those defensive guys are just beautiful. You know what I mean? And you guys have a talented team. It just didn't go anywhere like that. I honestly expected you guys to beat my team 10 to 14 points. So, hey, let's see if May can get 2 touchdowns on you guys. I'll be happy. And then we lose, But I think it's really, bro. It goes to the ownership. I know you know it, bro. You've been a fan for a while. I don't know. Maybe you could put up a poll, bro, on Twitter or something, bro. You got a lot of followers. You're a great dude. You're a respectful man. You're a kind dude, man. I don't wish any ill will towards your team. I hope you guys really do turn around. I don't like seeing a team from... You guys have a stadium in New Jersey, bro. You represent New Jersey, too. Okay? And I don't like that. I don't like seeing that from a Jets team at all, with all this talent. Hopefully you guys turn around. Somebody came up here before, talked about your quarterback that you guys have in the backup quarterback. He's still questionable, still going to battle. Hopefully you guys got something there. But yeah, I mean, Aaron Rodgers got to go. Adams made a clear point. There was no energy. There's no culture, bro. That's what I expect Aaron Rodgers to do is be a leader, bring culture, bring that bravado, bring the leadership, and bring that energy. The energy comes from the quarterback. And that's what, if you looked at our situation with the Pats, right? Brissett never bring the energy. So this is why the offense was so stale. Now, when he came in this game, I was like, yeah, you guys are definitely going to chew this guy up probably for the most part. But you know, he's surprised he did well. But if you look at May, it's a different type of energy. Just like if you look at different other quarterbacks, Winston compared to what Watson is now. You know what I mean? You need a whole different energy type of quarterback who could bring that, and then
trust
the
me.
whole players will follow.
We know.
And
it's sad that we went all in with this quarterback, and he's a big issue right now. And Neil, congratulations on the win, and I appreciate the call. Much love to you, much respect to you, and it's just so beyond frustrating. Just to keep it a buck, man. It's just like you have so much hope and invested in Aaron Rodgers just for this whole team to get slapped because this is his team. He was brought here to be the guy, and he completely failed. And that's the truth. It's the sad truth, and there's no sugarcoating it anymore for me. That's the reality that I'm facing every day as a fan of this team. Okay, every day. But guys, want to give one last shout out to BetUS Sportsbook. If you guys want to check out the odds for Thursday Night Football, the Jets are somehow even with the Texans. Somebody make it make sense. Use the YouTube code YouTube150 to get your 150% bonus, 125 in your next two, up to $2,000. Big shout out to BetUS as always. They got the great lines. The Bills are 6-point favorites at home in that game against the Dolphins. That's going to be a fun AFC East game. Bills are probably going to win. And yeah, definitely go check out BetUS, folks, the proud sportsbook sponsor of Jets Media all season long. The number one online sportsbook in the world, baby. So shout out to BetUS, folks. Much love to them, as always. Folks, we're going to wrap up the show now. I've been live for over 2 hours. I got to do something. I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to eat some food. I haven't eaten breakfast yet. I got to do something to get my mind off the Jets. So much love to everybody in the chat. Salute to everybody. I really do appreciate all the words, all the kind words, all the congratulations on the credentials, all the support that you guys have been showing to the channel. I love you guys. The Jets have broke me, but they have not broke me for good, if that makes any sense. So we're going to wrap up the show here. Smash the like button for your boy on your way out. I'll see you guys later on the huddle, and maybe if I decide to go live from my walk, you'll see me there. See you guys later. Much love.